feel no bitching. Yeah, they see the cops, they bitching.
Hello, everybody there?
Yo, yo,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
yo,
Yes,
yo, yo, yo,
sir.
yo.
Everybody feeling?
Everybody go kung fu fighting. Nigga, it's like you was shitting. I don't like that.
How y'all doing today on this Monday?
I don't know.
I mean,
It was
shit,
Meatloaf
chilling, nigga.
Monday one time. What's up?
What?
It's Meatloaf Monday, nigga. What's up?
Meatloaf Monday, I think. I don't know about that. Maybe Mystery Meat Monday. That sound better.
Mystery Meat Monday. Oh no.
That sound better.
That's what y'all got going on in Ohio, nigga.
Sound like it's better than the braised beef.
Raised beef. Hey man. Chicken Kitchen is closed for the week, man.
The
I'm
whole week?
sick. Yeah, man.
Do they
'Cause they catering
cater?
for
Do they?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's. I ain't gonna lie. If I had the bread, I'd get them to cater my whole shit.
Yeah, it's like what, $300?
Damn, it's probably
Like
worth
what,
it though.
5 pans? Oh yeah,
That's not that bad.
Yes, sir. So this is episode 19. Hold up. I gotta fix the stream right quick. Hold up. Is that a bit rate low? Where Jack move at? The bit rate low.
My bit rate low.
My internet's fucked.
God damn people, it's a disaster.
My internet again.
Oh well, guess I'm going to eat some buffets. Some buffets. That's how you say buffets?
He do say he do.
Buffet.
He's no he yeah he say buffet.
Buffets. Buffet.
Well, isn't it the big bubble blowing babies?
Did you just come from the buffet too? Did you just
Are
come
we
from the
live?
buffet? Yeah,
We
last
are
year you
live.
came
We
from
are
the buffet.
live.
Well, isn't it the big bubble blowing babies? The movie guys.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yeah, it was
Hey, Alex,
good.
what did you get? What did you get from the buffet? When you went?
I didn't go to the Buffalo today.
The what?
Oh, you got me wondering if I want to get the
What?
smash big out. Nah, bro. Today was great, bro. Can I just tell you guys about my fucking week, man?
Buffet.
So, fucking crazy. Like,
Was it a
me and
movie? Was it a
Takeoff-
movie? Was your week a movie?
before I even made a movie, me and Takeoff up late at night, 4 in the fucking morning, playing Division 1. I go get some fucking McDonald's, 4:30 a.m. breakfast, and I wake up. You're not really. I wake up 2 p.m. today. Shit was crazy. That was like my mixture between John, Jack Move, and Bond. I'm still working.
Yeah, I was wondering what type of impression you was trying to do right there. The shit
If
was
it
off
ain't
the
Mickey
wall.
D, it ain't for me.
Yes,
Who was it?
What the fuck?
It's
that
delayed. It's delayed Saint.
Oh, that boy Saint. Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah.
man.
Hold up. Mortal Kombat got a movie that came out?
What is this, a fuck session?
You know,
don't watch
This is
this.
a fuck session.
You know, delayed Saint. He a real. He like a.
Man,
he
Saint
slick.
want to be a movie guy.
Nah, like no cat. He
Hey,
really.
word on road.
He
Hold
really
on,
a
word
movie
on
guy.
road. Word on road. He a movie man. You heard it here,
Nah,
bro.
he really a
he a
movie
Word
movie
on
guy.
man?
road,
Oh,
nigga,
no.
movie man.
Oh, no.
Bro, that's
I'm
what
a
I
film
heard.
guy, okay?
Ooh,
Film
that's the
guy.
new one.
A
That's the new
film
one.
guy. Look
Hey,
at
how,
you.
hey, movie
Look at
guys,
you.
how many kids we got out here? We got the
A film
movie
fanatic?
man,
A
movie
film fanatic? I like
film
that.
fanatic, the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
What you are?
The
What
movie
you are,
escort.
son God? What you are
Cinnamon
again?
that fell off a cliff.
The,
Yeah,
the
movie-
movie nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Movie nigga.
The movie Negroes.
Movie
Yeah,
nigga.
backed by the
That's so
NAACP.
lame.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
what
Son
happened-
God
I think
really.
we started the way, bro.
You are a musty moviegoer.
Nah, we ain't using that dumbass shit. Movie nigga for at the
Hey,
top.
MMG, the label. Let's go. Musty moviegoers.
Son God and
Hey, man,
Saint
I
really be
just like
seeing
the
these movies, man.
It took the movie guys for niggas to realize that movies exist. You feel me? In the crumb side, niggas ain't even.
Yeah.
These niggas was buying Blu-rays. Niggas come around talk about Marvel, but did you see anything else? Name your 5 top favorite actors. Robert Downey Jr., Denzel Washington, Will Smith. Niggas don't know cinema like that. We brought it back, nigga. Let's go. They took DVDs and then gave y'all movie guys. Let's go. Intros.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the intro so we get to these
This nigga popped
topics.
a bean. Let's go.
I'm gonna start with the guest. Go ahead, son God. Get your intro real quick.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Sun God from the
Tomatoes,
Weapon Wheel
tomatoes, tomatoes.
community. Yeah, you see how Red Pad hating? Yeah, but anyway, we coming in. We finna talk about this killer. We finna talk about the Marvels. You know, have some great discussions tonight. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Is that your new thing? Shall we?
Shall we?
Dead.
He tipped his top hat. You heard him? He tipped his top hat.
Very, very musky.
Yeah,
very musky.
You see how Louisiana niggas hate on other Louisiana niggas, bro? It be your own
I
niggas, man.
forgot, yeah. What happens if y'all accidentally sit
Louisiana.
next
That's
to each
how
other
you
in a
said
movie?
it, nigga. Louisiana.
Shit, we gonna cause a fucking whole
What
black
happens?
hole in this motherfucker.
It's about to be a musty hole. Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna plug my nose, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do.
Y'all niggas flirting. Can we do next intro?
Hey, Saint, man, let's get your intro, brother. How you feeling?
What's up, y'all, man? You know, Saint from Delayed Productions, man.
Yes,
Let's get
sir.
into these movie talks, bro.
Ooh.
I'm glad to
Mhm.
have you back. Last episode, he
why
held
is
it
your
down.
Production's delayed.
Gave great input on all the topics last episode. Y'all should make sure y'all check that out. Episode 18.
Delayed Productions. Shoot.
Tyrek, you too quiet over there. What's going on? The Warriors lost again. What's going on? How you feeling? What's going on?
Hold on, I'm about to pull a Jack move. Hello, everyone. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, my stream dropped.
My bit rate. Fuck.
Yeah, my bit rate.
Yo, Alex, how you feeling, man? What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel good, bro. I'm eating applesauce. I took off this week of work, so a nigga about to be up, horny, and hungry for the whole week. I'm so excited. Thanksgiving is this week. Let's get the honey glazed ham. Let's get the big macaroni and cheese. Let's get the cream cheese delights going. I'm excited, man.
You got the
Good week
3
of movies. Napoleon. Good fucking bye week. Napoleon this week. I saw. I think I'm the only one that saw the holdovers. So yeah.
What was that?
You got the 3 H's going on: horny, hungry, and honey ham.
Let's go.
That sound like Jack. Perfect
I know
day.
you-
Jack, move. What's going on?
So I know you're like.
That's a regular Monday for him.
I mean, technically, it's 4 because you said honey ham.
hungry.
You're right. It is
Honey
4
and
H.
ham.
4H.
Yeah,
4H. No horse shit.
yeah, no
Um,
horse shit. Hey, hold on.
Hungry and horny.
Hungry and horny. That's
Hungry.
Hey, son, God, I'm in the G
That's
League.
crazy. Like,
remember?
do you handle your business first before you eat, or you eat then handle
Wait,
your
wait.
business?
You
I
need
gotta
me to
ask
what?
Jack
the ham is my business. You said what, son God?
No, I was asking one time. What you say?
No, I was saying I'm in the Jiggy League. Don't forget. I got them balls.
Oh yeah.
Got them balls.
Facts.
Red
How
Pig,
you
what's
doing?
going
One
on?
time you tell us how you.
Alex,
Oh,
you.
Well, I want to hear from Red Pig real quick. Red Pig,
Oh
how
yeah,
you
Wanta,
feeling?
how are you doing?
Well, can we get your intro,
I'm
Red Pig?
good, man. I mean, I'm silly as always. I'm a silly motherfucker.
Fuck this nigga.
oh yeah, you saw one of your favorite artists this weekend.
Hey man, I,
He
s-
saw
I
it too,
seen
actually. Red
Teeth
Pig, let him know.
Korean and Kurt
Oh, and Kirk
Franklin
Franklin.
in the
Wow.
same month, nigga. I was living a wet dream, nigga. It's just
Whoa.
you know.
Yo.
Did you
Did
check
Kirk
Alex
Franklin-
Singer gave
Kurt
you a wet
Franklin got
dream?
silly.
What the fuck?
I just have a question about
Kurt
Kirk
Franklin got
Franklin.
silly with me. Yeah,
Did he come out on the stage covered in baby oil?
He
it
definitely
looked
did.
the
like it.
hell?
It looked like it. It's pretty hot.
I
Does
hate
he
that
actually do that?
Stunt double.
If it's two things Kirk Franklin good for is coming out
He trying to show off his
coming out
muscles.
drenched, looking like he just
Right.
got done swimming, and wearing baby clothes.
You don't-
Two things
you
he
don't-
known for.
Red Pet, you don't think that's weird that gospel singer always trying to dance, gyrate, shake them little bony hips, and then threaten to choke his son out?
Holy
You
shit!
don't think that's weird?
That's a crazy combo.
Hungry, horny, and ham. Let's get it.
But yeah, man,
I
we
wonder
back.
how you been. How you
I
been?
just want to let the people know we were supposed to have an episode on Friday. I can't remember
What
all the
happened one
details, but somebody caused us to delay. I think it was
delay
Red Pig.
second.
I'm just gonna blame Red Pig. And then Saturday,
What?
you know, again, we tried to do it Saturday, couldn't happen. So we here on a Monday.
That's fucked up.
Right now the plan is I think we'll do another episode this upcoming weekend after Thanksgiving because there are some movies coming out this week. But for right now, this is episode 19 of the Movie Guys podcast. If any of y'all didn't see, there's actually some news. The podcast is now on Spotify. I was able to upload it on Spotify.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
Hell
the link
yeah.
is in the description. If not, I will put it there. It's also on
we're
Apple.
doing it like us.
It's also on
We're doing
Apple.
it like us.
Spotify has this cool feature where you can upload to Spotify and they'll set up like an RSS feed and send it to Apple for you automatically. So,
Hold up, is this an ad? They paying us for this?
nah, man, they should though.
What
was,
what was
Anchor?
BG saying?
Is Anchor or some shit?
Well, Spotify owns Anchor, so they basically are the same shit now.
Oh,
but
okay.
so yeah, episode 19. So the movies that we saw recently, we saw The Killer. We actually had a movie night for that. I want to say a couple weeks ago. Really, really good movie. So we'll talk about that. New MCU movie, The Marvels, came out since the last time we talked to y'all. A few of us have seen that. And then Hunger Games. Hunger Games came out this past weekend actually. I saw it. Who else saw Hunger Games? Just to get an idea, who saw it?
Not
Just
I said
you.
the cap.
Just me.
I
Okay.
didn't see it.
I saw it yesterday.
Tarek. Okay, cool. So
Oh, you
yeah, we'll
saw
give
it?
our
I
review on
actually
that.
seen it.
And then after all that, if we got time, shit. I mean, there's a couple topics that had people request in the comments and things they want us to touch on. And then I know Alex came up.
Research, 'cause-
Alex came up with a good topic. We can either do that tonight or save it for next episode. But
Let's say that for next episode because that might be lengthy. Pause.
yeah, so we can do that. But yeah, just to get
Oh,
started.
did you watch
ahead.
Anatomy of a Fall?
I didn't, bro. I meant to go see it. I didn't get a chance to see that.
Is that
But
one of the weird ass movies?
No, actually, like it. I think it is based on a true story. I'm not.
It's crazy
sure,
that
but-
movie didn't really get a lot of like marketing behind it, but I actually looked it up, and they got some pretty good
It's a French
reviews.
film.
And
Yeah.
oh, it is. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's a French film, like through and through.
Maybe that's why I didn't get the marketing in America like that. But yeah, the reviews of it is great, and the plot of it sounded pretty cool. So I might check it out. It's still in theaters. And we got a lot of free time with the holiday this week. But Saint, did you see The Killer as well?
You got no free time.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch it actually.
Really good movie. So we'll talk about it. We won't spoil it just for people who haven't seen it. And you know, Saint's in here. I don't want to spoil him. The movie is on Netflix, so you can watch it right now. We'll just go ahead and get that out the way and talk about that movie real quick first. Real quick, I want to set up the movie. Just let everybody know what it's about and what's going on. So this movie is actually a David Fincher movie. David Fincher has directed a lot of really, really good movies. Most people know him from Seven. He also did Fight Club. He did Gone Girl, one of my favorite movies.
Fight Club,
did.
that's fine.
Yeah, he did Zodiac. He actually worked with Netflix in the past because he helped to make Manhunter, a TV show on Netflix. So yeah, this is his newest movie. It's called The Killer. It's actually based on a comic book, a French comic book. I didn't actually know that when I watched it, but yeah, it's based on a French comic, same name, The Killer. And basically, the movie is about a hitman. Without spoiling it, the hitman goes on a mission and ends up something happens that the mission goes wrong, and they pretty much he has to pay the price for it. That's about as much as I want to say without spoiling, but I will say it is kind of like a revenge type movie. But yeah, really cool, really violent. We can go ahead and jump into reviews. Sun
Man,
Guy,
it's your typical. I did this, and they want to get some. It's very played out. It's not a new story whatsoever. But that's
yeah,
not the draw of this movie.
Okay.
yeah. The movie. I mean, the basic plot of this movie is something that we've seen before, but
Yep.
it's
Kinda
still
similar
it's
to
still
John
it's
Wick,
still a
I
good
think.
watch. So,
I wouldn't say John Wick because John Wick is an entire universe. This is more so like a. Well, we'll get into it.
yeah. But Sun Guy, what you think about the movie? You saw it? Did you watch it on Netflix?
No, I actually watched it with y'all.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. You were there on movie night.
yeah. So basically, I thought it was a decent watch. I thought it was pretty good. I think the biggest thing that this movie has going for itself is the action, how fast paced it can be. I want to say the writing as a whole, because there's a lot of symbolism. There's a lot of things going on. It's a constant moving train that really doesn't stop until it does stop, right? Um, don't really want to spoil anything, so I'm just gonna try to make this quick. Even just from how the movie opens from like the shutter effect, you see him like wiping the shit away. The symbolism you get, for instance, there's a part where they play they play a song by the Smiths,
Yeah,
How Soon Is Now, which that has a lot of symbolism for what goes on later in the movie. But um, there's this one part that says, "I am human and I need love." That has a lot to do with the story and how it unfolds. It's so hard to talk about this movie without spoiling. But like I said, I'm not gonna really get into things. But y'all know from what happens in the movie what that really symbolizes. That's kind of like the whole like thing, the gist of it, right?
well, if you
Like,
want, you could kind of tell them like what about the like, 'cause you like the movie, right? You enjoyed it.
yeah,
So
yeah, I
what
did.
what kind of things did you like about the movie? Like, was it the cinematography, the acting? What made you enjoy the watch?
Oh yeah. I was gonna get into that, but
Okay.
the cinematography, it really isn't anything special to me. Netflix kind of shoots all their things the same. There are a lot of good shots, but most of the time it's really just vague. It's just, oh, we're gonna pan the camera out here, and you basically just see what's around them, or it's not. They really don't do any angle shots. I don't think they did a dolly shot in the whole movie, did they? I don't remember seeing a dolly shot
I don't
or like a
remember off the
dolly
top.
zoom. Yeah, no. The acting, the acting was pretty good. I think. What's the dude's name who plays Magneto? I forget his name.
Michael Fassbender.
Micah Fassbender. I think he did an amazing job playing this dude. You can really feel how cold this dude was. You can really feel how emotionless he was because, again, he's a killer. This is kind of how you have to be. You can't put any emotion. You can't have any empathy. You can't put yourself in other people's shoes. You only have to think about yourself because this is what you're getting paid for. This is the perfect way of how you can be professionally insane as a hitman. That's the best way I can describe it. He's professionally insane. He knows what to do, even when he does mess up. He knows how to fix his shit. So I love that.
Now, where the hell did you get that movie was nonstop action? There's only 2 fight scenes in this bitch.
No,
Literally.
okay. I
Literally.
didn't mean to say nonstop. I meant to say there's a lot going on.
Like
There's
the dialogue made you just
Are
pay
you
attention to
basing
everything
the movie
going
off the trailer,
right.
nigga?
No. I'm basing the movie on how fast paced it is. That, like I say, it's a train and it doesn't stop until it stops. But when that bitch goes, it goes, it goes,
talking
it
about, like,
goes, it
how
goes.
Did it ever
talking
start?
about,
Did
like,
the
how
train
it
ever start, nigga? What
are
the
you talking about,
hell?
like, how it
No,
started with, like, him
no,
just outright trying to kill somebody? Like, it gets
no, like,
right into the
ba- I mean, not only that, like it starts pretty slow just because he has that whole like monologue and shit. But what I mean by that is it's constantly go like it like even from location to location, like you're constantly
I get what
moving
he's
throughout
saying.
this whole movie.
He basically
Like
saying
literally, like
once that moment in the movie happens that sets him on his mission, it never you constantly see him.
he's saying there's no down moments.
He's like once he gets that moment where he's like, okay, this is what I have to do. That's what he does for the rest of the movie. There's no like stopping. There's no slowing down anymore. That's what he's trying to
yeah,
say.
exactly.
Hell no.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess if you go down the street at 5 miles per hour all day, you never stop. But
Right.
it wasn't
okay,
it wasn't no bullet train type shit. Like,
Space
but
is
I
about
okay,
to
okay,
go and
of
like
course
what?
not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. But let me finish, and then I'll let y'all get it. So there's not a lot that I want to say. Like I said, I like the acting. I like the characters. I even just like the writing itself. There was one scene where these two characters they're sitting and talking, right? And out of this whole part, when you're hearing them actually talking, speaking the dialogue, she's basically talking and just reading this nigga. And like basically like almost like she know this nigga and she really doesn't know this nigga. She just knows what he does, right? But you know, and it kind of fucks with him in a way just because she brings up what what happened and shit and it's just like or whatever, but that ends off. Honestly, I think this is a decent film. I think if you're into Hitman and shit like that, or you like movies that have that mysterious vibe to it, I mean it's pretty straightforward, but at the same time you really kind of don't know what's gonna happen. I think you'll like this movie. I think it's very solid. I feel like even just like the monologues he has, I think it's really cool how he. I think it's really cool how he. Oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought. I think it's really interesting how it's just he's trying to justify himself of what he's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
ask you, how do you feel about there's talks that uh maybe not anytime soon, but they're thinking of maybe doing a sequel for this. Do you see that going any like would you be okay? Would you want to see a sequel or you think this is like a good one-off type movie?
I think it's good off of one as a one-off. I wouldn't mind seeing the sequel just because of how it ended, but at the same time, like I don't think we really need a sequel.
Okay.
But again, I can't talk about it because the way it ended, it seems like it could be a sequel just from the
Yeah.
symbolism alone. But hey, all I gotta say is I'll give it um 8 gaming chairs out of 10.
well,
Well, let me say real quick. I'll make mine real quick since I don't want to spoil anything. Um, right off the bat, this movie, a lot of people I saw like online after the movie came out, there was some complaints that the movie's kind of slow. Which I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there are some slow parts. The very beginning of the movie, they spend like 20-25 minutes, with nothing really happening. But me personally, I actually enjoyed it because during that time, the main character is actually talking. You're getting to hear his thoughts. You're learning more about him and what he does. And one of the main reasons I enjoyed this entire movie is because I actually am a big fan of hitman. Like any story that really involves like assassins and hitmen. I don't know why I've always kind of just really fuck with that. Like
like
video
sneaking around the house and shit. Yeah.
or just
Right.
like contract killers like that to me is those are really good stories. Like
Yeah. Y'all
the
remember
hit
when Wonton said that he hides from his girl and like jump scares every day? Like he just hop out of the trunk, like hop behind of a door.
Right.
And shit. Go ahead,
I
Wonton.
only did that one time, Shane. Like
Always in the
um
kitchen.
so yeah, like for example, like the Hitman video games, always been a fan. I love those games. People always say those games are slow, boring because it's stealth. That shit is fun to me. I like playing stealthy and waiting for the right moment and all that type of stuff. You know, movies about like contract killers and hitman and stuff like that because we've seen movies like that in the past. That story's always fire to me. So basically, yeah, that's one of the reasons that drew me to this movie. The other thing is this movie has a really cool just vibe to it. I like movies like this where Pretty much for most of the movie, even when shit's going down, you see him like doing shit like very calm. He's collected. It makes it feel like this nigga don't got no type of emotion, no type of like feeling. He's just doing his thing. Like that shit is fire to me. You actually get to see his method to how he takes out people. He has this like Fitbit device on his wrist, and he actually explains why he's like, his heart rate has to be below. What was it like? It was like below like
Below 70 or 60.
yeah, below
Yeah.
60. Like, bro, like you know.
Is that John Donuts?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. John Donuts back in the building.
Oh shit.
I already forgot
Yo.
about us. Hello, fellow movie guy.
Yo, John, did you see The Killer as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, we're
perfect.
gonna
I'm
need
gonna
your
get
thoughts
your
next.
review in a second. But yeah, I just love that to me was crazy. Like, you know how hard it is to get your heartbeat below 60? Like that is insane. And like just stuff like that is what kept me engaged in the movie. There's some really
My shit do that when I eat McDonald's, nigga. I eat one McMuffin, my shit at 40.
yeah, for real.
Do that easily.
There's some really cool scenes in this movie that I would talk about, but I would really like for everybody to see it. So pretty much what I'll say is if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Me personally, what I would give it out of 10. This is like it's like an 8 out of 10 for me, which is a really good movie. Me personally, I actually would like to see a sequel or even a prequel. Maybe we get to see what he was doing before this incident happened. But bro, we got John Donuts in the building. He ain't been here in a minute. John Donuts, I want to hear your thoughts. Did you like this movie? What'd you think about it?
Yeah, I did like it. I went in. Well, when I watched the trailer, I think the trailer kind of threw me off because I don't know the way they
Yep.
cut it. It made it seem like it was going to be a bit of constant
Action
action.
movie.
Yeah, and I came away with it a tad bit disappointed because I thought, oh, okay, we got Michael Fassbender's version of like John Wick,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
but we didn't really. He didn't like if we were to do like John Wick versus him, like John Wick's cleaning him every, it's not even a contest. And I was kind of a bit I just felt like the trailer just threw me off because the way they cut that trailer just had it looking like he was coming from like multiple people were coming at him, or like he was coming at multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but getting to the actual film, I like the way it opens. I didn't mind the slow opening. I like the pace of change for once because most films would definitely just drop you straight in it. And I liked how he talked.
I love movies where you get to hear the main characters like thoughts or like them narrate. It just always adds to the story to me. It's just another element that adds to it.
Yeah, I liked how he was talking about what cities he prefers, and it like you just get he's like a guy who operates all over the globe, and how he prefers Paris, and like his whole setup, and like the way it was shot, especially in that first scene where he's in the WeWork area, and like how he's all calculated. So I was really enjoying it, and then after I thought like they dragged it out a bit too long. I was like, all right, come on, man, let's start seeing someone drop or
That
something
was
like
part
that.
of the boredom of that he was talking about.
Yeah,
I think that was the point to show like he's just sitting here
but
working out.
sitting there, yes, yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's like because to be fair, that's true because in other films it seems like from when they set up, from when the hitman sets up to when he executes, it's so quick. So so I guess
put my gun up, I put some chapstick on, and I shoot a nigga, and I'm out. Like they don't.
yeah, exactly.
The process.
Like when you really think about it, there is gonna be a lot of waiting for your target, but at the same time, this is a film, and it's like But when you put it that way, I can understand. I guess if that's what David Fincher was going for, like to.
That's what I think at least. I feel like it was.
Yeah. Because it was getting to me. I was like, shit.
You almost cut it off.
Yeah. No, if they might have to look me up, but it was like that would have been an itchy trigger finger because I still
Oh, you
Oh,
said they might
damn
like you.
Gordon.
Hold on, John. Hold on.
How
You
long,
saw the
man?
killer
What you
got some
got going?
ideas. Hold on.
He said new personality unlocked.
He said they might have to put me in
Yeah.
the paddy wagon for this, but that's fine.
When
Oh yeah, man.
when
Yeah.
the when that door opened, and then I was like, oh, okay, maybe like the guy who was coming for him knows who he is, knows that he's there, and it's like maybe he finally messed up, and then I was like, oh no, it's just some guy dropping a few leaflets.
Mhm.
So I did like that fake out, but then when it came to the first like his first shot, and then he missed and he hits the dominatrix. That caught me off guard. I actually like that. I was like, okay, he's not invincible.
Yeah,
He can
Yeah.
make a mistake.
because that right when they did that, it tells you, okay, this is not going to be like the other
Yeah,
Hitman movies you've seen. Like, it's not going to be what you expect.
Yeah.
And it was the whole point of that intro. They set it up so that you get confident in him, so that when the time comes, you automatically assume he's going to get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah. And like throughout that part, after that, I was like, okay, I see where they're going with this. This is like slow, methodical, and either I get on board with that, or I just switch on to something else. So I did get on board with it, but I don't know. It's like, I guess not every like this hitman is gonna be of the same level, but I was assuming like the people who came for him or his girl or whatever would be of equal threat, and that's where I was like, other than the guy up in Florida, like I guess Floridians, Florida man. I'm not surprised that he was on something, but other than wait, where I'm coming, I got.
Pause.
Back and then, yeah. No.
Look,
I
you
gotta
me
talk to
sucked
someone
on the
quickly.
podcast?
Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
what the hell? That was the most polite
Yeah.
way to say you might prepare. What the hell?
He's stupid. Nah, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pick up while John going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
I
hold
so
on. Let me go.
go ahead.
Okay, nigga. I
And
rewatched this movie,
stay away
right?
from spoilers,
First
y'all.
time I watched
Because
it.
a lot of people haven't seen the shit yet. Stay away from spoilers.
Okay, no. Okay, the first time I watched it, I was like, this is alright. Second time, this movie
Oh, you watched it
is
twice.
mid as the fuck. I do not know what the fuck y'all niggas see in this movie, nigga.
So
This trailer is the demise of this movie, dog.
How the fuck you like it the first time and the second time
wait,
you said it's
why
mid?
you watching? Why you watching the second time?
Exactly, because you liked it.
Oh, cause the first time we watched it, I fell asleep toward the end.
Oh.
Then I had to go back and watch it. I was like, it's pretty good. I woke up like toward the end. So like, I watched the trailer for it before this movie came out. I thought it was gonna be like real action heavy because the trailer, like John said, and it turns out this movie is methodical as fuck. Like, yeah. And he talking to himself and all this shit.
It's a lot of electric.
What I was about to say. Absolutely nothing significant happens in this movie to me. It's a talk through revenge film where you never really care about the protagonist or the antagonist or the resolution, nigga, at the end. Some style points, but nothing special, and it fails the rewatchable test, nigga.
Damn.
That's my quick thoughts on this movie.
But you did rewatch it.
I give it.
Yeah, I'm back.
I
Sorry.
say it fails to rewatchable
He
test,
watched
which
it to
means
finish,
no.
yeah.
Which means it's ass. It was not enjoyable to watch again. I didn't enjoy it that much as y'all. I don't know what y'all see in this movie. It's another average mid Netflix movie with a big name behind it, and y'all hyping it up.
Yeah,
I
I'm back.
respect this opinion.
6
I
out of
don't
10.
agree, but I respect.
Who's hyping
6
it
out
up?
of
We
10.
just said we liked the movie.
Nigga, y'all give this movie an 8 out of 10.
You said
Well, okay, hold on, because now I gotta get on Rip It. You did all this when we watched John Wick. You did all this complaining. Oh, it just there's nothing happening.
John Wick shits on this.
It's just
John
nonstop
Wick
action.
shits on this. At least John Wick.
He don't
No,
even
no,
talk.
no,
He
no,
don't
no,
even
no,
tie
no,
it up.
no.
Then you get that with this, and then you
No.
still
First of
complaining.
all-
So what do you want? What do you want?
First of all, the little dialogue this movie.
Did you want him to jump out of a moving
actually
train
has
with
is
explosions in the
too.
background?
man.
Did you want him to ride a bike off of a cliff with a parachute hanging out of his ass?
First
That's
of
what you
all,
want?
first of
There you
all,
go.
John Wick was like,
His ass,
John Wick was damn
fire.
near. First of all, John Wick was damn near 4 hours of nonstop action, nigga. Okay.
And you still
even
didn't like
then, I
it.
would rather
You still
watch
complain. So
Even
what is the
then,
issue?
I ain't gonna lie, I was moaning the
even
whole
then, I would
movie,
rather
nigga.
watch
That
John
shit
Wick
was
than this. I would rather watch John Wick than this, nigga. You
I
wanna
don't
watch
know,
it?
man.
So
You
you,
was
so
shitting
you
on
do
that.
think, so you do think Keanu Reeves?
You was
is a good,
shitting on
actor
John
for,
Wick.
No,
They give
Keanu
you
Reeves
they
better
give you a
than
movie.
Fassbender.
They give you a movie that's a little bit slower, a little bit more intelligent with action,
It's
and you still
boring.
complain.
It's not a fun movie to watch. It's boring. Okay. Killers of the Flower Moon. It didn't have that much action, but guess what? It was an interesting movie, nigga.
You just sound
What now? What you
inconsistent
gotta
feel
say
and
like
now? What
a
you
little
gotta say?
slow.
What you
A
gotta
little
say
slow.
now? What you
You
gotta say now?
sound
What you gotta say now? What
inconsistent
you
and a
gotta
little
say?
slow. You sound
What you gotta say?
inconsistent
What you
and a
gotta
little
say?
slow.
I'm not a
Taylor,
slow.
do you
I'm
have a
metabolism, fat ass.
I just don't understand. I just don't.
That's fine.
It seems like you give certain movies passes and other movies you don't get the same pass. I just don't
No,
understand.
this is a Netflix movie. I don't turn on Netflix to watch shit like this.
Hmm.
That shit was boring, nigga. It was boring. The
Why are
movie
you
was
saying
boring.
Netflix?
On second watch.
You know Netflix has Oscars. Netflix has a range of movies. They got dog shit like BG Watch, and then they got top tier movies. They're not all the same
And
quality.
this is not one of those top tier movies, nigga. We've seen movies like this before and done better, nigga.
And Netflix didn't
And y'all
even
giving this an 8
fund
out
this
of
movie. The
10?
movie was
And
actually
y'all
already
giving it,
made.
and y'all giving it.
The movie
Y'all
was actually
can't
already
give
made, and
this
Netflix
movie. This
bought it.
movie.
They bought exclusive rights to it. Actually, is what happened.
I will.
I mean, it's still.
Let me get my thoughts real
I
quick,
mean,
bro.
I mean, compared to actual movies that Netflix make themselves, this is one of the best because I find most
And
Netflix movies
the bar must be very low,
formulaic
then, John.
and yeah, like the bar is low for Netflix films. It's
Very
just like
low.
No, John, don't let him
it's
turn you. Don't let him turn you, bro. You enjoy Netflix
no,
movies. You love Squid Games. You love fucking In the Tall
Hell
Grass.
no.
You love The Platform. Like, come on, bro.
no,
The
no, no,
The Platform wasn't a
Bro,
Netflix
no.
movie, but
this
it's
is
on a
this
Netflix exclusive.
bro.
You know
The
the
killer
thing.
is another collection. Is just added to the collection of mid Netflix movies. That's all.
Okay, I want to get my
Netflix.
thoughts real quick
It's
because
not a bad movie.
obviously, you guys, need somebody to hold your hand and tell you what good cinema is. The killer, Michael Fassbender. One thing, since y'all already pretty much, some guy gave the spark notes of it times 3, so I'm not gonna bore y'all with what I saw in the movie. But what I did appreciate was this movie kind of reminded me. The last time I've seen a movie of the narration of what they're doing was The House That Jack Built. The reason I like that movie, he was a serial killer, but we heard the reason why he was doing it, his process, and that was the entertainment. It was the mindscape of how the fuck are you able to do this and find enjoyment, satisfaction in what you're doing, uh, and to have no remorse in it. And I think we definitely got that from Michael Fassbender. On a script side, I fuck with the character. I think it's real cool. Action, it was the two or three fight scenes we had, I wasn't mad at them. That wasn't the highlight of this movie. I think they had to do that because it wasn't going to be too many more of him sitting in an abandoned warehouse waiting for somebody to slutty dance in front of the mirror. So I think
Yeah.
they had to do that. From what I remember, y'all remember them fight scenes? It was kind of gory. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it didn't seem like they pulled punches on showing that. Like, remember the nigga was
They
fighting the
didn't
dude in
pull
the
any
house?
punches at all.
Yeah, he shot the nigga in the face. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't
See,
expect it to
see,
be so visceral.
see, Alex. I mean, I can agree with you, but I do think they could have gone a little bit harder on that violence. But yeah, it was violent for a Netflix
But
movie. Like I,
but that's what I'm saying.
um,
I don't think this movie was supposed to be the next John Wick. I think it was trying to
Right.
kind of like. I'll give a prime
Yeah.
example. I'll give a prime example because we always bring
But
this movie up. Possessor. Possessor is a situation where it's a serial killer, but she's doing it as a job, so it's not really serial killing. It's just you doing a mission, and we didn't really get her dialogue on it. What we saw was body language and her emotions, and the fact that she was gripping with the fact that I'm enjoying this. This isn't a job anymore; it's an obsession to kill. That was an analysis of her body language
Yeah.
and emotion. This one, it's like we're just seeing him. Like you said, it's human nature. We're hearing the inner dialogue of somebody that's like, yeah, humans fuck up. If you get too bored, you'll fuck up your target. And now he realized the consequences of you didn't do your job, and you know what comes with it. Like
yeah,
he went to the nigga. Well, I'm not gonna say too much, but he realized he fucked something up. There's consequences to do that, and he has to deal with them. I still don't think that's the point of the movie. I think the point of the movie is to give Michael Fassbender and the writer a way to show a hitman in a different light. Make the hitman seem relatable, but also like you kind of fuck with him. Like,
And on
he's
top of
killing
that,
niggas.
Alex, because you making some good point. On top of that, this is as close to realistic as we'll see for a Hitman movie.
Of a hitman,
A lot of people complaints
Yeah,
about
exactly.
John Wick is that it's too over the top. The nigga
Fantastical
he got a
and
bulletproof Armani suit, bro. This
Yeah.
movie they actually showing you this is close to as realism as you're gonna get with a Hitman movie. That's why I like it too. We get to see
Yeah,
a
like-
different side of that.
something, and that's
Yeah.
and that is a perfect example. It's a
They give you over the top
grounded
action,
miniature-
people complain. They give you realistic action, people complain. I
It's
just don't.
it's a grounded version because somebody mentioned this is like John Wick. John Wick had the entire world of assassinations. They had the
Bro,
hotels. They got the
facts.
This one we have an office, we have a front desk lady, and we got a few calling cards. Like it's very grounded. I feel like this is to me this movie really felt realistic. I'm like I can definitely see a world where niggas are getting paid six figures to say, "Hey yo, I'm a tech company startup. That nigga over there in the UK, he fucking up the legislation. Get that nigga up out of here so I can make some more money." Like that's to me that seems real. And that's why I like this movie. It just felt very based in reality. And I like Michael Fassbender. What have we seen that nigga as other than the Vision in the past however long? What else has he been? What in Prometheus? Like what has he been?
Magneto.
Magneto, my bad, not the Vision.
Steve
Magneto.
Jobs.
So to me, I'm getting to the point in cinema where I'm just appreciative to see these actors have some dynamic roles, man. Like Marvel has taken over so much of our shit. The sequels have taken so much of our shit. It's rare that we allow our actors to do something different. That's why people like seeing Robert Downey Jr. and Oppenheimer, because it's like, finally, all we have for
Yeah.
you is Iron Man and Tropic Thunder. Thank you
Yeah, I
for
agree.
doing something different. Thank you for giving me
Yeah.
a better.
Oh,
That's like when you listen to an artist
Oh.
and she's a beautiful woman and you just like looking at her. She's got a big ass, but you try to tell yourself, nah, but I like the music too. Like, no, give me something. Give me a real reason to say that you wanted him. Earn your star
Well-
on the walk. You see what I'm saying?
Well, to be fair, he did do The Judge, and that was an awful film.
He did what?
Robert Downey Jr. He did a few of it. He tried to go out of Marvel, and a lot of them flopped.
I mean, I wasn't privy to the other movies that he
that
did
Dr.
outside.
Doom
For me, it's
little
it's.
movie that
No,
flopped.
I'm not. But y'all know
I
what
mean,
I'm
that
talking
was
about.
one movie
I'm
though.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I'm talking about since he has been the de facto Iron Man. Oppenheimer is the first big role we have seen of Robert Downey Jr. since he died in Endgame or whatever the fuck,
Well, yeah,
whichever movie that was.
that and Doolittle, but I don't think anybody watched that shit.
No, nobody watched that
No,
dumbass
no.
shit. But like I said, but you're always gonna do that. Like when Eddie Murphy does the daddy daycares, when Eddie Murphy does the one where he was fucking. Well, I shouldn't bring up a comedian, but we've seen actors do the money grab. You know what I'm saying? We've seen them get the family-friendly movie under their belt, but they still got fire shit in the tuck, right? And for me, that's what I appreciate this movie for. If Netflix is gonna give us, they don't have to be giant Mission Impossibles, but if they can give me a good world building, they can give me some good dialogue, they can give me some scenes that I can think back and be like, yeah, that shit was fire. Because what have people been talking about? The scene where he's loading up that first kill. That's what everyone has been talking about this movie. Did we enjoy it or
Yeah.
not? So it's
Shit, I
like,
enjoyed it.
to me, that's what Netflix is there for. It's meant to give you it's meant to give you a little kids meal of something like, okay, yeah, I can see why this probably wouldn't do amazing in the theaters, but for an hour and a half film, yeah, this is fire. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would,
honestly. Oh no, you can go, John.
I
on
would
that.
say, okay. I would say like I did enjoy it. It was just honestly, it was just that trailer. It threw me off so much, and I should have realized that with David Fincher that I was gonna get something more methodical, slow pace, and because I've watched Mindhunter, I've watched all his other films, but I don't know why that trailer just it threw me through a loop. I thought I was gonna see like him fight taking on multiple different people. So when I saw these, like other than like I said, Florida Man, I was kind of disappointed that they weren't a threat. But at the same time, it is the most realistic take on a hitman, and I
See,
appreciate
and
it for
yeah,
that.
yeah, modern day, yeah.
yeah, see, and that's one thing that I think why I like the movie the most because I didn't watch no fucking trailers. I just said like, oh, this new Netflix movie, okay, cool. I think I saw like a couple of clips on it online, but I didn't. I don't like watching movie trailers anymore because they kind of give you this false expectations. I'm gonna talk about this soon about the Marvels, but yeah, look, bro, don't even watch the
They
trailer.
doing the same thing
If
with
you want to watch,
Aquaman. If you look at the trailers, you think it's a great movie. That shit is about to be ass, but I'll digress.
Does Saint watch The Killers?
He said he didn't see it yet. So
No,
that's
I
another
didn't
reason I was
watch it.
trying to chill on
He
the
didn't see
spoilers.
it.
I want him to watch it.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
see
Wait,
that. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
I
will
love you, John
say
Donuts. Of course you can.
that wasn't the best Netflix film I watched that week though. It was Reptile, which is a detective film where it has what's his name? It's got Justin Timberlake in it.
Huh?
It's got a bunch
What?
of yeah.
Wait,
It's
what?
called Reptile. It's really good.
Oh, I got a question. Does he still have a buzz cut?
No,
Oh, he actually grew his hair out. Okay.
yeah.
If you want to be honest, just from what
You know
happens
the
in
guy
this.
from yeah. Go
Oh,
on, go
shit.
on. No, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, to be honest, just from what happens in this movie, because like I said, I'm not gonna say any spoilers. I can't really talk about what I like in this movie if I
Nigga,
don't say
what?
any spoilers.
You can't talk
No,
about. Oh, okay. Okay.
no,
All right,
no, no,
well,
no, no,
let's
no.
go to the next movie. If we just gonna be saying we can't speak on it further because of spoilers. I don't want to.
Right,
I don't want to
yeah,
give too
yeah.
much. We probably said too much already.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah,
But
it's
anyway,
great though. Y'all should check
watch
it out.
Reptile.
Yeah, I'll check
Watch
it out.
Reptile.
Reptile could
It's
be the
got,
next movie night we do.
Yeah, so I'll just wrap it up. Killer is a great movie. It's not that long either. It was just over 2 hours, I
Mid.
think. If you haven't seen it, check it out on Netflix. The only thing I would say is just temper expectations. It's not a John Wick type action movie, but it is an action movie. So yeah, it's cool. The next movie we can talk about just real quick, because I think only me and Tyrek saw it. Because Red Pig, I don't. You the big Hunger Games guy. You didn't see Hunger Games yet, Red Pig?
Bro, after you made me not want to see it. You said it's alright.
It's not
Me not
bad.
see it, man.
It's good. It's just not as good as the other
You
ones.
said it's the worst. You said it's the worst Hunger Game movie, and that made me. I'm good.
But see, when you add a word like, and I shouldn't have said that. When you add a word like worst, people associate it to mean bad.
Worst.
It's not bad. It's just if we rank in the movies, it's at the bottom. That's all. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. But yeah, we can talk about Hunger Games. So this past weekend, a new Hunger Games movie came out. It's actually a prequel. It's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think. Pretty much, if you've seen the Hunger Games series, you know that the president of that world or that country they live in, President Snow.
What's his name?
Um,
Cog or
Who are you talking about?
didn't he get a song? Oh, it's Snow. That's his name. Okay.
Yeah, Snow.
Yes.
President Snow. Pretty much
President
throughout the
Snow.
whole trilogy. I think it's a trilogy, right? It's a 3 or 4 movies.
4.
4. Anyway, pretty much he hates Katniss. He's doing all this shit behind the scenes to like make sure she doesn't win the Hunger Games, and their whole thing is to like overthrow him and all this. The movie that just came out is a prequel, which shows you how he basically became what he is, right?
Over all the districts.
Right, you get to see basically how he started. So that's the setup of the movie. It's a prequel. Takes place. I don't know how. I want to say it takes place maybe like 50 or more years before the Hunger Games, the first Hunger Games.
How old
But
is that nigga in the?
I looked it up.
It's
They said
65.
65. Okay, that makes sense because when I looked it up, they said he was 80 in the Hunger Games.
Yeah. So yeah, because this movie takes place during the 10th one, and during the Katniss ones, it's 74 and 75, so 65 years
okay.
between.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he was a young man in this movie.
So yeah, I'll give my quick thoughts, and I won't get Tyrek's review. So I went into this movie, and part of me wished I would have rewatched the Hunger Games movies only because, I had to reintroduce myself to that world, and I was trying to remember things and details like, what was he like in the Hunger Games movies? What are the districts like? I had to like kind of remind myself about that world. But overall, the movie actually was pretty good. The main actor, I don't know his name. I can probably look it up real quick. The main actor that plays Snow, I thought he did a really good job. He's the main guy in the movie. They showed that other actress, Rachel Zegler, like in the trailers a lot, but she's not really the main person that you follow. It's his name is Tom Blythe. He was really good in the movie. It also has Viola Davis. She's a great actress. It has Peter Dinklage. He's a good actor. He's pretty much good in almost everything he's in. So yeah, the movie had really good acting. It had really strong acting. The only complaint I really have about the movie, well, it's really 2 complaints. That girl, Rachel Zegler, to me, she can sing, but her acting is not very good, bro. It's not very good.
Yeah,
Rachel
dog.
Zegler, she's an artist?
She.
No, she's an actress.
This is the thing. if they took the singing parts out of this movie would have took a big tank, like in terms of like how I reviewed it. But
Yeah.
all the parts she was good in was the part she was singing in.
She actually has a
And I'm
better.
like,
Is this
She
a,
actually
nigga,
has
is this a musical? What the fuck?
Fuck.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not,
if you remember, Alex,
you gotta watch
the Hunger Games movies, they had singing in them, but they weren't musicals.
What? I
so-
do not remember that. What the hell?
Wait,
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
remember that.
with the hummingbird and
Oh,
shit.
Nigga, they
Yeah.
was not Sweeney. They was not the Wiz
No,
up there
no,
talking
no,
about get
they
on
had-
fire.
Yeah, Tom
Which
Hanks.
movie was this, bro?
I'm not saying like that. I'm saying there's scenes in the movie where like Katniss, she sings in one of the movies, or at least two of the movies. There are scenes where she sings. This movie is kind of similar to that. It just has scenes where every now and then she sings. But on top of that,
I remember the whistle, the me 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 me. I remember that.
Oh yeah, she sings to her friend when they when they rescue him.
right.
Hey, this
I
bitch better be
remember
in some
now.
runs. Y'all saying that
Are
the
you-
movie would have gone down a rating if there wasn't singing? What the hell?
Well, so
She had a LaBelle on that bitch?
her acting. So her role in this movie is literally dependent on her, like her.
that's her
basically,
talent. That's her talent.
her-
Is her
basically her
singing.
talent. Dog.
You know how in the
So in
first movie,
Apocalypse, niggas can't sing no more?
well, you know how in the first Hunger Games, Katniss' talent was the bow and arrow. In this movie,
Yeah.
her talent is her voice. She could sing.
So she
That-
got a mouth on her. Okay.
Yes.
That's what they're
You're
relying
telling
on.
me-
Hold on. She got a
Hold
mouth on her. Hold on.
But just to set it up some more, so in the Hunger Games, we know that the people that are in the Hunger Games, they can get like sponsors who can like pretty much support them through the games. So send them
yeah.
supplies, send them food, things
I
like
remember
that.
that. Mhm. Mhm.
This movie sets that up. You find out how they came up with that idea. It was actually Snow's idea. He came up with it, and they actually introduced it in this movie. But yeah, long story short, the main actress, to me, she wasn't very good when it came to acting, but she is a very good
Damn.
singer. I will cut her some slack because she's really only been acting for like 2.5 years. Her first big movie was West Side Story, and that came out 2 years ago. Before that, she was doing musicals at high school, so she's still a new actress, but yeah, she wasn't very good to me.
That is a fucking amazing, damn near breakout role for you to not have that much of a tenure, and you got the lead in a Hunger Games franchise.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
crazy.
know the big story, but Steven Spielberg discovered her somehow and cast her
Oh, okay.
in West Side Story, and that's how she took
Say
off.
less. Say less. That's the only name I need to hear.
But yeah, just to finish up, the movie is good. It has a pretty good story. If you like the Hunger Games, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't like this, because it's more of the Hunger Games, that world and that that vibe. The only reason why I feel like it's not as good as the other ones is because as good as the story is, it's not as good as any of the previous movies. Those movies have better stories to me. Katniss is a much better.
So is this like
What?
So this like a book or like
This is a prequel.
It was a book. It was a book. They turned it into a movie.
okay.
Yeah, but the book was a prequel as well.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, pretty much just
Thank
to
you very
finish up
much.
and let Tyrek go. If you like the Hunger Games series, check this movie out. Like I said, if you like those movies, you definitely like this one. I just personally feel like this movie is as good as it is. It's not as good as the other ones.
It's a
Can
week
y'all
coming to
wait?
streaming.
Why, Tyree? Do you want me to ask my question afterwards? Maybe you can
No,
answer this.
no. Ask your question. Ask your question.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna
'cause-
ask. I was gonna ask. Without you having to go revisit all of them, what really wasn't that good? Was it did you expect more action? Because that's what we're
Oh,
coming
okay.
to. Do you feel like the world building wasn't as deep? As
Did
it
you
could've
feel the same way as
been?
me, Tyrek?
So this, I'm against with Alex. So this is the thing. The movie's basically cut up in 3 parts, and then the first 2 parts are really, really fucking good. That last third is where the movie deviates. So the first 2 parts remind you of the older Hunger Games movies, but then
Yeah.
the last third is like it's more of a character-driven thing because you kind of see why Snow became the way he was, but
It felt very abrupt too.
I
Like
don't think it
the
needs to be-
movie felt like it had 2 endings. That second part, you feel like okay, they're about to wrap it up, and then that third part come in, and I was like, whoa. It was
the
like a
third
weird
part
shift.
Should have been its own movie. It shouldn't have been. They should have split it. This is the first time I feel like they could have split it into 2 movies and expand the third. The third act should have been longer and more drawn out to see the development. His character development change happened way too quick.
Yeah.
Like he at the beginning. So I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but at the beginning he's pretty benevolent. I'll say that at the beginning, and then
He's
you see him
likable.
turn. Yeah, he's really likable, and then he quickly turns into a malevolent person in that last third of the movie. But the last third of the movie is like 40 minutes. So you had 80 minutes of him being a really likable character, and the last 40 minutes it's like switch. There are some scenes that happen where like, okay, you see why he becomes the way he is, but I feel like that could have been fleshed out in an entire movie. This is one of
I'm not even.
some cases where like they should have had probably split this in two. And I feel like it would have much done better if they released that third act 6 months later with the more expanded scenes. Maybe we'll get a director's cut that expands upon it a little more. But I thought the movie was pretty solid. I'm not a big
40
go
minutes
ahead.
to show 40 minutes to show why he's the character we know now. Damn,
Basically, yeah.
that's bootleg, bro.
Tyreek's actually he's spot on. That was one of my main issues too. I just didn't have the words to describe it. But like he just said, you see that shift in his character very abruptly, and it happens so quickly that it kind of throws you off. And that's one of the reasons why when the movie came on, I was kind of confused because again, I hadn't seen I've only seen the Hunger Games movies, each of them one time, and that was in the theater when they came out. I haven't rewatched any of them, so I had to remind myself, like, wait, this is the same guy that everybody hates in the Hunger Games, because in the beginning, for the majority of the movie, he's a good guy. He's likable. He's helping out. He's helping out this girl, and then that third act comes in, and you get to see him change into the person that he becomes later on. But it doesn't really give you a lot of time. It just kind of happens very quickly.
Yeah, it ends up. Ends really abrupt.
Can I ask? So, is this film setting up him? So, is he actually the real, like, supposed to be the real main star of this new franchise? If they make a sequel,
I don't think they're making a sequel to this. I just think they were just more of like a character. Who's that?
That's Saint. That's Delay Saint.
No, I was saying. I was just saying, is it just a one-off or just? It's not gonna be like a what's it called, Harry Potter, where they kept doing
the Beast
prequel movies.
No, this is definitely a one-off because
the way that they end the movie, it pretty much sets it up for the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's more of a thing. This is more of a prequel just to see, how did this person end up the way he was? Because in the Hunger Games, you're questioning like, dog, why are you such an evil bastard? And now you kind of see why. This is why this dude's an evil bastard. So it's more of like it's like the Hunger Games never really got into why the way he was. It was kind of mysterious.
Right. Or how many more books are there?
That was it.
I'm not sure.
That's the last book.
It's 4 books. They turned the third book into 2 movies. So
2 movies.
Yeah, it's 4 books.
Because I'm gonna be honest, the main female lead, she doesn't like hold a candle to Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss.
No, she doesn't. That's why she's not the main character in the movie. She's more of a plot device. She is the reason why he ends up the way he is, and the reason why Katniss is like such a like he sees a lot of Katniss in this woman in the movie. Not like ferocity, because she's not a fighter. Like, I don't know, that's slight spoilers, but she's not a combatant like Katniss is. But a lot of the character, like, like the loving and stuff, like the caring she has, he sees it in Katniss in the other movies that came up before. So they're kind of making this girl as a stand-in for Katniss to why he was so drawn to her and why he hated her so much in the previous films. So they kind of blend that together really well. Like it wasn't too on the nose where they just made a carbon copy of Katniss. No, this girl is not a carbon copy of Katniss, but she does have some qualities of Katniss that does which you can see in those other movies where he calls back, and now you can see why he hates her so fucking much.
Two questions for y'all that saw the movie. Then. One, was he justified? Now that you know why he's like he is, you're like, nah, yeah, fuck them niggas. I see why he act like this. You still be like, nah, this nigga just evil.
I don't think he's justified because it seems like he just has a what's the word? He just has a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't have actually any real reason to
be the way he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's the beat it chick meme. If y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, it was like in
That's
high
what
school they
it.
turned you down, but now
yeah.
I got a
But
baby
it's
daddy and I
being
need
kept
you.
mean, but it's like that for the beginning, but eventually, like he blames her. He's using her as the reason why the Hunger Games needs to go on.
So
And
he
stuff like
mad over some pussy he ain't get as a, and now he
Well,
he like
it's
treating
not like he didn't
his
get no. It's
kid
not like he
like a
didn't
piece
get
of
it.
shit.
It's because how quickly she just like.
Well, I guess you can't spoil it, but that
He
sounds like some of the most
he
incel
was
shit I've
way
ever heard in
more
my life.
he was way more attached to her than she was attached to him.
Oh, okay, you ain't got
And
to
you find
that's
out
it.
during the movie, as he's going through his change, he does a lot of bad things that she finds out about, and that causes their rift. So that also adds to another reason of why he ends up having this chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
But what I'll say is
Can
this.
I be on?
Go ahead.
I feel like this could have been better served as like a mini series, you know?
Yeah,
Like
maybe
10
I could see
and
that.
eight 1 hour episodes, you know.
It would have given them more time to
like
flesh
an 8
out.
episode series.
It would have given them more time
series.
for
Yeah.
the character development. It would have
But
felt more
my thing
natural.
is,
More fleshed out.
if you were, this is the thing. Do not go watch this movie if you're expecting like the actual Hunger Games to be elaborate. This is like the early stages of the Hunger Games, so this is like
It's
really
very
like
basic Hunger
gladiator type of
Games
shit.
as far
This
as the
is not
actual
like
games
Oh.
themselves.
yeah, this is
See,
not.
because
This
that's
is
why
not focused on that at all. Like it's not
okay.
intricate games and shit. It's just this is basically gladiator style type of Hunger Games. This is back in the beginning, so there's still it's not as extravagant as it once was.
Because from the trailers, it looks like some 50s era like aesthetic they got going on.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of heat. That's why I wanted to see it, just because of the way they depict
You should, bro. It's still a good movie. I just like the other ones more. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on this. It's a good movie. I just like the other ones more. That's all.
Here goes my second question for y'all for the room. Now I don't know about y'all, but when Hunger Games came out, my mind just kind of paired it with Maze Runner because it's a bunch of kids and they gotta survive together. It's like a game type shit. Which one y'all think is
come out before?
No, yeah. I'm just saying I just pair them.
Oh, my thing, Hunger Games always reminded me
better?
of a broke. It reminded me of a broke Harry Potter with a little bit of like Percy Jackson and Narnia mixed into that shit. To me,
yes, I agree with that.
It steals from all those adult teen books and Twilight and mixes it together, and it's like, here, look at all this other like. It's like the author was like, let me take the aspects that make these other books interesting and try to combine into this shit. And here we go. I never really cared about the Hunger Games movies like that. Jennifer Lawrence is
I preferred it over Twilight, though.
Huh? Twilight was asked to me too.
I prefer Hunger Games way more than Twilight. I couldn't stand Twilight.
So where do y'all rank it when it comes to like the apocalyptic kids gotta kill each other and survive to shit like that? Y'all do Maze Runner or Hunger Games?
I personally think
I haven't seen all the Maze Runner, so I can't say. I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah,
we should do a movie night of that. We should do a Maze Runner movie night.
Hunger Games is better.
Yeah, you seen all the Maze Runner? I don't even think I've seen all of them, to be honest.
I haven't seen all of them, but I did.
I've seen the first
Maze
and
Runner.
second one. I don't think I've seen the third one though.
I'll say this though: the movies enhance the books a lot more. Where I feel like the Harry Potter movies de-hance the book, like the books were still better. I think the Hunger Games movies make the books so much more better because they're drawing the picture a lot better in your head. That's how I feel like the books. It's like I would not ever go back and read the books again. I'm always gonna watch the movie. Versus Harry Potter, I'm always gonna go back and read the books because there's just so much detail more in the books. Where I feel like the Hunger Games movies portray like the visceralness of the movie, kind of like enhances the book. Where like you're never gonna go back to watch the book because the book is not gonna show you just how fucking bloody and gory and how like seeing kids kill each other on screen versus reading that is completely different.
Well, technically, Tarek, is Harry Potter like young adult though? Is it YA? Because I don't think it's in that category.
I think the older he gets, maybe
YA
transitions into that. But
I mean, I'll say that okay, it's teenage to young. I'll say it's 12 to 18 years old, like that type of range, where like the main character is around that age too. So Harry Potter starts off at 11 and he ends at 18, and I feel like Katniss is what 16.
Yeah, Hogwarts is like a middle school and high school, so it's like
like early high school, mid high school, all the way up to like graduation.
Yeah, but Alex, you know, like how Hunger Games and Maze Runner, that's a specific like niche film genre. It's like YA, post-apocalyptic, like what you said, Divergent, Maze Runner, Hunger
Yeah,
Games. They're
that's
all
why
in
my
that
mind
small
pairs those.
category.
Yeah.
It's because the
Yeah.
fantasy. It's the fantasy aspect of like, I guess because Harry Potter kind of kicked off this thing where like everyone that had like some type of book was getting turned to a movie,
Yeah.
and it was like serialized books got turned. So
Yeah.
Harry Potter was like, let's do it. Then you had Percy Jackson. Then you had Chronicles of Narnia, and then it just started
Yeah.
kicking off. Now
Narnia.
you have all
I
these
did
other
not
books.
fuck with Narnia.
Oh
Yeah,
no, the first one is a classic. That's like,
Yeah, but I'm talking about
and then it went downhill from there.
yeah.
I'm talking about the franchise. I don't fuck with the franchise.
Let me ask you, Tarek.
Didn't you have that
Oh,
fake
yeah.
looking Narnia, the one where the bitch was riding the polar bear with a clock? Or what
Oh,
was that one?
That's a
the
different book
girl and
series,
the
Golden Compass.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. That's
Golden
why I said it was.
Compass.
That's
Golden
why I said it was
Compass or
a fake
something like that.
Narnia. Had a
Golden
big ass
Compass.
polar bear and a goddamn.
yeah.
Golden Compass is actually really good.
That movie flopped like fucking crazy, dog.
The
Good
movie
episode.
also deviated from the books. They have an HBO show that's actually directly based
HBO
on the
show is
books.
better.
The HBO show is really good.
Yeah, it's way better.
It's called His Dark Materials.
But if I had to give like this movie a rating, I mean, it's a solid like 7.5 out of 10. I mean,
That's about what I would
went
give.
on a Sunday. I went on a Sunday night, and that movie theater was filled with people. I was like surprised. Like Sunday 7 o'clock, I was like, damn,
this
why
movie
is
seems to be
fucking
doing pretty
people here?
good.
Yeah,
I think people just like Hunger Games. People like Hunger Games, but the original movies did really well too.
Yeah, it's just that don't go into this expecting some epic like conclusion or like a setup turn. It doesn't do none of that. It's more of it's definitely a character driven show, not narrative. So it's more of a character study more than anything.
Yeah.
So it had a budget
rewatch
of
all the other movies.
I don't think I
a-
don't think you need to watch other movies to get what happened.
No. I'm saying
No,
they want you to watch this and now go
don't.
rewatch all the other movies because now you have the context.
Yes, because now you're gonna be like now
you have new context.
Yeah, now you want to go rewatch them and shit.
Cues and stuff. So actually, what I'm gonna do this weekend coming up is rewatch all the.
I actually do want to rewatch them too, just because I haven't seen them in a long time, and now this movie kind of got me wanting to rewatch them.
Well, yeah, it's a decent show. I just feel like that 2 hour and 40-minute runtime is kind of fucking crazy. That all these movies are doing this shit. It didn't need to be that long.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask y'all. Or go ahead.
I just want to ask Tarek.
That's true.
Where would you put this movie as far as the ranking with the other ones?
Oh, see, this is the thing.
That's why I said
really
like this. As good as this movie is, which it is good, it's just
probably the worst
other ones
one.
are exactly the other ones are better.
Yeah,
that's just it. The other ones
it's
are
the worst one because it's disconnected from. It's connected and disconnected at the same time. We're like, I understand why they made the movie, but I'm like, well, it's not the main movie, so I can't really put it above anything because it's like, you can't remove any of the Hunger Games movies with it's a complete story. Versus this is like, okay, do we really need to know about the dude's like motivations? Right. No, but did they make it interesting? Yes, but it's not needed. But I appreciate the effort, like that type of thing.
Davis, how does she do?
She did great.
She typical Viola Davis. She was good.
She was like Yzma
she steal the show or what?
When she's on screen, she does.
Yeah, I would say that because she's not like on the screen a lot, but when she has her scene, she's a scene stiller.
You ever watch Emperor's New Groove? She's like Yzma.
See, that's I ain't gonna lie, bro. Viola Davis.
That makes me want to see the movie.
Viola Davis been on a run.
The thing is, if she was
one of the best actresses in Hollywood.
If she was in the movie more, I think I'd like the game. Yeah, but when she does show up in the movie, it's like, damn, she does feel the scene.
Best rack in the game.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Hey, that's a home base.
I want
base joke.
What?
Oh, I did have another question real quick, John.
Wait, I want to say. I just want. Okay, yeah, go on.
No, please go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to say like the budget was 100 million and it made 99 million in its first weekend.
Yeah.
Fire.
So yeah, it's still got legs. I just can't believe that. I know it was huge, but like, bro, that's
the only
crazy.
problem is, as big as Hunger Games is, as far as like IP, they've done all the books. So unless she write another book, they have to either make up a movie or pay her to write a book so they can make a movie.
This is not. I know the plan.
Oh, you know they're gonna do that.
The Hunger Games universe, expanded.
They're gonna do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're gonna do
or they could do. We'll just have her help us write the movie, and there'll be some new shit.
Dog, they have
You know what's
they
funny?
have,
Because
they have
think-
65 years of material to write about.
Nigga, they
Yeah.
will re-release Hunger Games
Exactly.
1. Fuck out here. They gonna do the cheat. They gonna do the easiest way to do it. New actress, a new face. Of
Yeah,
the
they might even
franchise.
reboot it.
That's what I'm saying.
Are
They
those
Yeah.
movie
reboot this
guys?
bitch, if anything.
Would you guys play a Hunger Games video game?
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah,
It's called-
I
it's
would.
Like an
called Division.
online game. Like I'm talking about online game where you got to kill other fucking kids, dog.
Well,
Also,
You gotta-
but
Battle Royale?
I'll have you.
Yeah,
I'll have
battle-
you know,
that's what it
Minecraft
is,
people,
Battle Royale.
Minecraft
got-
people.
That's
yeah,
my
Hunger
question I
Games
have
on
for y'all.
Minecraft.
My question for y'all: have y'all noticed that?
If we're getting Gorilla to do it,
Have y'all noticed that every movie like this year, everyone is adopting that on the screen saying part 2, part 3. Like every movie I see now is saying they're like breaking up into parts. Y'all notice that?
Oh yeah, this movie does it for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're
They've been
doing
doing that
that
shit
can thank
all
Marvel for that.
year.
Yeah, Mission
Oppenheimer did it.
Impossible.
Did Oppenheimer
Asteroid
do it?
City did it. The Homelanders. I mean, the home holdovers did it. He's saying this did it. I'm trying to
Yeah,
see
you
if
can
Barbie
thank
did it.
Marvel
Like,
for that.
is that a new
that
style?
Martin Scorsese movie did it too.
Martin Scorsese. Like, is this
Marvel
a new
did
thing
that.
that they're trying to break it up to make
No,
their
it's Marvel. Yeah,
Nah, but
because
the
of
Marvel
Marvel.
don't Marvel don't
Infinity
say
War.
Marvel don't say
They don't
part
say
2 on
part
screen.
2.
Like
Yeah.
these movies are
No,
literally
but
saying part
no,
3
no.
and
Do
titling
you
it.
remember? Do you remember originally it was classed as Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, and then they changed it to Endgame. And I think ever since then,
Alex is talking
other
about
studios
No,
saw
no,
that
no.
part.
I'm talking about when you're watching the movie, it literally goes black and says part 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
Kills of
the
Fall on the
thing that,
Moon, it didn't
I've
do
been
that part 2. It said such and such. I forgot.
I've been seeing that shit all year, but I'm like, damn,
Quentin
is this like the new thing?
Quentin Tarantino does that a lot because Hateful Eight
Yeah.
did that shit the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm like, are y'all trying to make it? Are y'all trying to like excuse the fact that movies are like de facto 2.5 hour cinema pieces
Well,
now? Like,
it's like the 2 hour and 40-minute movie is like common now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, remember when that shit was reserved for like special shit, like
Big-
like The Dark Knight? That shit was 2
Yeah.
hours and like 40
where
minutes.
you needed the time for the narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh yeah, I'll go watch the 2 hour 40-minute movie. It's The Dark Knight. It'll be good." Now it's like, God damn, bro! Every movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's like, does this really need to happen?
Right.
I remember back in the day for Dark Knight, people were saying, "Oh, they." I remember there was like a protest saying like Christopher Nolan should put an interval so people can go to the toilet. I was like, "What in the world are you talking about?" Like,
Oh
imagine
my god!
if
I just thought about something. Y'all know how YouTube videos and music, like the more time you spend on the app, the streaming, you think movies are being long on purpose, so when they do go to streaming, it's more viewership time?
Well, I just think what's happening now is the editing, like the editing department, they're cutting budget there. So a lot of people they just don't have the people that there to cut the budget. I mean, cut the movie the
That
right
sounds
way.
backwards. It would save money to not shoot as much. I mean, I know you got to shoot more.
Yeah, but you got to
shoot how
hire
many
people
takes of-
you got to hire people in post production, and then
Well, the
that's
problem
when-
is a lot of directors, and I've actually watched another podcast where I always talk about it. Kevin
Wait, you
Smith.
watch another movie podcast? Hell no.
Kevin Smith is a movie director. He has his own podcast, and he said that a lot of people, when they make movies, they just shoot a bunch of shit that they know that they're probably not going to use, but just so they have it, and then they edit it down later.
Mhm.
He said
Yeah,
when
that
he
makes
makes
sense.
movies,
Like,
he said when
yeah,
he
yeah.
makes
Have the
movies,
editors cut
he
it
only
down.
shoots what he knows he needs. He doesn't
that
waste.
makes sense.
He doesn't
Yeah,
waste
some-
time
yeah.
shooting other shit.
Yeah, like George Lucas
Every
is like
director's
infamous for
different.
like recording shit that doesn't go in the movie.
But
You're
yeah,
like, eat this cheesecake with your feet.
yeah, if you like Hunger Games, definitely check the movie out. It's still in theaters. It'll probably be there for a while. So if you ain't got nothing to do this week or this weekend, I would definitely recommend go see it. It'll probably hit Disney Plus because I think they own the IP now. It'll probably hit Disney Plus. Maybe
They
like
do? What the
January. Yeah, don't they?
Nice.
Wasn't that a I had to look into it, but yeah, I don't know who owns that IP, but
It's Lionsgate.
Fox.
Yeah.
I think it's Fox. Oh,
but
maybe it's Lionsgate.
you might be right because
I thought it
I
was
don't.
Fox.
The other Hunger Games movies, they were on Netflix for a while. They might be on Hulu. I don't know where they
They're
are
on
right now.
Netflix and they're on like weird streaming. They're on a Hulu and they're on Peacock actually right now.
Okay, so that might be where this one will go, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, good movie. We can go ahead and get into the next topic.
Oh
MCU
gosh.
movie came out. We talked about it a little bit last episode, but it finally came out. The
Oh
Marvels.
boy.
The Marvels. Let me just set it up real quick. This is the sequel to Captain Marvel. Came out in 2019. But the thing about this movie, it actually picks up after a total of 3 different projects. It picks up after Captain Marvel. It picks up after WandaVision, and it picks up after Miss Marvel. The last 2 of those being on Disney Plus. So this is a sequel movie, but it features 3 protagonists: Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. The main gist of this movie is one of the damn, what's that Creed dude's name from Guardians of the Galaxy? That blue dude. I always forget his fucking name.
Ronan the Cruiser.
The white dude.
Yeah,
Ronan.
so
Ronan.
yeah, so one of the Kree, if y'all remember Captain Marvel 1, she went to the Kree's homeworld and she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence, or whatever they call it, the higher learning, whatever they call that shit. She destroyed that shit, thinking she was doing something good. The whole gist of this movie is what she did actually ended up fucking up that planet. It put them into a famine, it put them into a drought. Ended up basically they had it fucked them up. And so one of the Kree from that planet is leading a army to basically steal resources from other planets. And she also is looking for that bracelet that Miss Marvel wears, called a quantum band. She ends up finding one of them, but she wants the second one, and the second one obviously Miss Marvel has. So that's the main gist of the movie. Real quick, because we got Delay Saint in here. I want to know, what did you think about the Marvels? Like, did it meet your expectations? Did you have any expectations at all? Did you like the movie? How did you feel overall about this movie?
I came in thinking the movie was gonna be shit, just like absolute garbage, but it was a decent movie. I guess you could say it was better than my expectations, but it still has the same issues I've been saying with most of Marvel movies. There's nothing that's been like spectacular, nothing close to giving us that feeling of when we watch Iron Man or Captain America: First Avenger. Like it's just like, all right, we just didn't even need this movie. Nobody asked for this movie, and it's got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, like you said, it's like 3 different shows. You got to watch it even know what the hell's going on. Because I went with my mom to go watch it because she said, "Oh yeah, I wanted to watch it. They heroes." And I'm like, maybe this movie marketed for like me or like a average like superhero fan. It's just a different audience they're trying to go for. But she was kind of like confused a little bit, but still enjoyed the movie too. So I mean, I see what they were going for, but they got to stop with this crap.
Yeah, you liked it way better than me. Do you want me to go right quick, Guanton? Because I can say a couple of things about it. So I didn't actually like this movie at all, actually. Brie Larson is so fucking dry. If you thought Brie Larson was bad in Captain Marvel, she is a little better in this movie, but goddamn, it's not too much better, bro. Like, she's just like, oh, this, that. She's just basically talking like she don't fucking want to be there. You can tell that she really just picked up this script and was like, all right, bro, like, can I just do something else? Can I like go to Starbucks? Can I like go see my family? Like, bruh, the best part of this movie is Kamala Khan. She brings so much energy in this movie. She actually acts like she wants to be there. The girl that plays Professor Marvel, she isn't really that good in the movie. There's this whole thing. What is this a spoiler saying like what happens in WandaVision or Captain Marvel? Because this happened in the last movie in Captain Marvel where she left the planet or whatever. And
No, that's not.
Professor Marvel.
No, it's not.
Okay, yeah. There's this whole thing where it's like, Professor Marvel's mom died, and Professor Marvel's mom wanted Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, to watch over her, but she couldn't do it because she was saving over the planet. So they wanted to build all this emotional tension. I wasn't buying that shit, man. I didn't get it because they didn't sell it to me well enough. The acting really wasn't good between them. They was like, "Oh, well, you did this, you did blah blah blah." Kamala Khan was the only thing that brought this movie together. And I'll say a couple of things about the beginning because I did actually like the beginning a little bit, how their powers were switching with each other with the quantum band. I did like that. I did like how they were basically playing double dutch, just basically having a quote unquote girls' night out with their powers to understand, like, okay, so if we're gonna work with this, with these powers switching together, we're gonna have to do something that we all enjoy, which was, playing all those games and shit. I did like that. That's the only time that I feel like those three characters were actually building with each other. When Kamala Khan first meets Captain Marvel, she's just like, "Hi, hi," and Captain Marvel just like, "Hey, who are you? Yeah, you're like, blah blah blah, bitch. Can you act like you want to be here, bro?" And then the writing in this movie, it's this same dry ass humor that we're always getting in Marvel. This, well, how's Mondays? Meanwhile, niggas are getting stabbed in the chest and shit. Like, bro, can y'all, like, come on, hey, let's stop this shit. I don't mind some jokes here and there, but bro, there's literally a part where and I don't want to get into it, but they're in a really bad situation basically, and they basically treated it as a joke with cats. I know y'all know about that.
Oh
First
yeah, on that part.
yeah, they treated it off as a joke. It wasn't that bad, but it's like, damn, bro, can y'all be serious? And then even at the ending of the movie, there's
No,
like,
no
oh,
spoilers, no spoilers.
no. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not gonna say the spoilers. This is an emotional scene, quote unquote. I wasn't buying it then because didn't these characters didn't interact
They
with
didn't
each
build
other.
up to it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. These characters didn't interact with each other enough, or even had enough screen time for me to actually even care about how they feel about each other. So, bruh, look, I wouldn't recommend you see this movie if you're a heavy. This movie is tailored to girls and Disney adults, basically
Nope.
the women. Like, if you're a big Marvel fan, if you're a big fan of these characters and the comic book characters, don't watch this movie, man. You're wasting your time. Wait for this shit to come to Disney Plus. You might like it. You might think it's decent. I hated this shit, man. 4 out of 10. Watch some other shit, dog. Watch some other shit, man.
I'm gonna take off after this. Not take off. I'm gonna take off what he said. So if this is my problem with the movie, I don't understand how this shit connects to the bigger phase, but I'm gonna
doesn't.
try. It's just annoying because my thing is, if you didn't watch 3 shows, if you didn't watch Captain Marvel, which I think most people did, because the movie made a lot of fucking money, but no one watched the Miss Marvel show, and WandaVision happened almost 3 years ago, in the middle of the fucking pandemic, 2021. And if you didn't watch none of them shows, you don't know who these fucking characters are. So you go into this movie, you see Brie Larson. She's been in the big movie. She's been in Infinity War. She's been in Endgame, and she was in Captain Marvel. Who the fuck is Kamala Khan? Yes, I watched it. Wonton watched it. Most people have watched that show. It was all right. I'll say it was okay, whatever. I didn't really like the show too much, but it was there. But no one knows who Photon is, and that's Tiana Paris's character.
Yeah, Monica.
So
Monica Rambeau.
Monica's Rambeau. So it's like, I don't get how they thought, because my thing is those shows ratings were hit or miss, especially with Miss Marvel show. So if you didn't know, it's like you go into this movie, you didn't watch Disney Plus, or you never had Disney Plus subscription, you don't know what the fuck is going on with this character. All you know is there's an Indian girl, Pakistani girl, and then there's a black woman here. What the fuck is going on? And my issue is the villain in this movie is so fucking forgettable. This is the worst Marvel villain by miles. Like I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The freaking elf in Thor 2 is more memorable than the villain. She's a knockoff Ronan the Accuser. I don't know how the fuck she has the staff with the Power Stone powers in it still.
Yeah,
How
that
the
didn't
fuck
make
does that
any
happen?
sense.
It wasn't
It just
explained
makes
at
no fucking
all.
sense. Like,
Yeah, they didn't explain
And her
that.
motives were weak as fuck too. It was just like,
Her
bro.
motive, it could be fixed by Captain Marvel. All right, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kind of not spoil it. Captain Marvel can basically fix what happened to the planet. She offered to fix. In the end of the movie, she offered to fix the planet, to restart the sun, and the bitch looked at them and still tried to kill him. Like the answer's right in front of you. What? Like it's like they made her a dumbass for no fucking reason, and they just need to have. First of all, in the comic books, she's a nobody. No one really gives a fuck about her. So I don't understand why they like. She's Tom Hiddleston's wife, so maybe that's why they put her in the show because they needed somebody like just to fill in for the movie. I'm like, this is supposed to be like a big movie with 3 main characters. Why not make the villain more fleshed out? Like, I don't get why they chose her, and I don't get how this connects to the bigger MCU other than the post-credit scene. This whole movie was built towards the post-credit scene.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a big advertisement for what's to come. But I'm like, y'all are not in the stage. They're not. You guys are not making these movies anymore where people are like looking forward to like, oh my god, I can't wait for the next one. You guys have made a lot of mid movies so far, and this movie feel like another connected mid movie where I'm like, all right, where's this heading to? We still don't have a direct path to the next Secret Wars movie or whatever's going on. We're just getting movies that are so, it feels in the same universe, but are so disconnected. Like you're trying to make a multiverse thing, and we're still in the same universe. Like I don't, and then it just doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna make a multiverse saga, make it with multiversal characters. Like I'm tired of seeing people in the same universe, but you're talking about the multiverse, but we're still in the same fucking universe. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like it expand. And I just feel like with these 3 characters, it's like they needed to get them all in the same movie because they're all technically a Miss Marvel in some type of way. And they're like, all right, we need to have at least one movie where they're all in the same movie on screen together. And then we're going to have a post-credit scene with these characters and people are going to love it. And I'm like, all right, cool. The post-credit scene was whatever. It's cool, whatever. Great. We were expecting that shit anyway. But the entire movie itself just feels like, what was it for? Where's this going forward? Like, what's this connecting to? I don't know. I get the Bengals with Miss Marvel behind them can mean something, and maybe there's some theory to that. But I'm like, dog, this didn't have to be a whole hour, 45-minute movie. And it's like, even for an hour and 45 minutes, I thought the movie's way too long. I'm like, dog, like, it's like they had to add extra scenes to the shit to stretch the hour and 45 minutes, which sounds fucking insane. I'm
I got
telling
a
you that a
theory
movie
on
can
that.
stretch an hour and 45 minutes. It's like this shit should have been a show. Like it should have been a miniseries.
Yeah,
I think it was supposed to be a show. I really feel like they were gonna make it a show and they said fuck it, let's make it a movie. And
yeah,
thought they were
because
gonna
probably because
get
of
another
budget
bill.
cuts. Probably because of budget cuts and the fact that Disney is losing a shit ton of money because these movies are flopping. Which newsflash, this movie's flopping too, just because of all the dumb shit and all the everybody's getting tired of these superhero movies. Everybody's getting tired of this Marvel formula, but they're still doing this shit because why? Oh, well, we already written these movies. We don't want to rewrite them. We want to just set up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Write some better movies, bro. I don't want the future to be looking. I want better shit now, bro. I want better shit now. And Tyrone, you said that. Do you want the whole movie to be half a recap? No, we don't want half of the movie to be a recap, but we do want some explanation on why this happens, why that happens. Right? Yeah, like we need good writing.
There should have been
I'm
a
talking about
second movie in between this.
I think he was
That's
talking to his
really
friend.
what the
It felt like
issue
his
is.
friend in this room with some shit.
No, I don't want a recap. I'm saying these movies need to be connective to something we can point to. Like, remember, phase 1, 2, and 3, you can see the vision or the path to what they're building up towards. I'm not saying you got to reveal what's
Yeah.
gonna come, but at least I can be like, all right, I see what y'all building towards. I don't know what they're building towards. You have Loki, which is in its own separate thing. Where okay, Loki's doing something over there, but it's not. Is it really like? Can
It's not
anyone see what Loki's
multiversal
actually
though,
doing?
really.
It's like it's so separated
Yeah.
out. You have Ant-Man doing his own thing over there. They just fought Kang, and like no one knows about it. And then you have Shang-Chi doing his shit over there. Where the fuck is he at? So it's like it's like dog, it's like they're having all these movies and no one is aware of anything. I'm gonna bring something up that Wonton's gonna hate. So it's like Eternals. They have this fucking thing just sitting outside, big as a planet, and it's like, dog, is no one ever gonna reference this shit? Like, isn't this like a Captain Marvel type of threat thing? It's just like everything seems so disconnected,
not a
yet
threat.
they're telling you it's connecting. I just don't get it. And this movie just makes it even worse because I'm like, what's the end? It's no pun intended. What's the end game with these 3 characters? Like, what is Captain Marvel's end game in the next movie? Like, what is her character arc going towards? Does she
Bro,
even have a character arc anymore? Where is
y'all
it?
want Y'all want to know something, dude? I hate this movie worse than Multiverse of Madness. I thought that was like the down pinnacle, like of Marvel. Like Thor: Love and Thunder was bad, but that movie's better than this. Like I'm telling you, dude, the
Is it
fact,
really?
the
I don't know about
way
that.
they,
Okay, you might
Wow.
disagree
Thor
there,
and
bro.
Mid
nah,
is better
bro,
than this?
No, I have a hard
Love
time
and
believing
Thunder
that.
is better than this, bruh. The dry ass writing, the villain, the way the characters barely even act like they fucking know each other. Which I mean, they don't, but like they don't even act like they want to fucking be there. They're not even acting, man. Kamala Khan is the best part of this movie. She's the only thing that makes it right. Even Samuel L. Jackson, I'm getting tired of his fucking dumb ass, bruh. Like at first he was
Oh
this,
wait, hold on, fall back.
no, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. What the fuck did he do in this movie, bro? Other than say some quippy shit or to be like, oh, you need to stop touching shit. No more touching shit or this, and that. Bro, what is he doing? What is Nick Fury doing? Tell me. Tell me what Nick Fury is doing,
This is
bro.
my
Not shit.
and
He
this
ain't
is my
doing
thing.
shit.
You know what made it worse? Because Secret Invasion just happened, and that shit was so fucking trash. So the last time we saw Samuel L. Jackson, he was in this trash ass fucking show, and now you bring him this trash
And he
ass
was all
fucking movie.
depressed, and then this movie he all happy, cracking
Yeah.
jokes
And
and
then I'm
shit.
like, dog, your best friend just fucking died, dog.
It
To be
don't
fair
make sense.
though,
Exactly.
the
That's what I'm
Marvels.
saying.
To be fair, before it got delayed, shit like they said they got delayed like 4 times. It was originally supposed to take place before Secret Invasion. The delay ruined it.
And you know what? Where the fuck is Gaia
Yeah.
at? She has the power of every fucking Avenger. Where the fuck is she at? Did she just forget? Like, oh,
Wait, wait.
This. Let me say this. This
That's-
movie to me, there's a couple things that I think. One, this movie is the shortest MCU movie to date. It's only an hour and 45 minutes.
Y'all sound like
And
y'all was miserable.
they cut out a lot of shit
Bruh.
from the movie. Maybe if they would have kept some of the shit that they cut out in, it might have been a little bit better. Maybe it wouldn't have been. I don't know. But my second thing is this feels like a throwaway movie. Like you can't. There's no fucking way Kevin Feige or whoever else was up there at Marvel saw the early footage of this movie and was like, "Yep, this is gonna do well." There's no way you watch this movie.
Exactly what he said in that same voice.
Bro.
Yep, you're gonna do well.
No,
They
did you
had
see
to
him
know this
carpet
shit.
though?
This shit feel like a throwaway. There's something to keep people satisfied until they can drop
Wonton,
the
I
next
know
shit.
you saw Kevin Feige at that red carpet, bro. He had no energy when he was saying, "Yeah,
dog.
go check
I've
out
been
the
telling
Marvels."
Wonton
Dude looked depressed.
he needs to retire before we even start this podcast. I'm like, dog. There needs to be somebody else. It's like
He needs to step down or get somebody else there, bro. I've been
I just
saying
don't
it for
get it.
like 2 years.
That's the content. It's like, dog, you have all these writers with their agendas and shit, and it's like, dog, do you need to have somebody else to lead this shit? Or what happens to the planning that y'all had in the first three phases where y'all wrote this shit out and y'all had a roadmap? I find there's no roadmap anymore because the roadmap to me was like, all right, and this is where I'm gonna go back and reiterate this again. They had Multiverse of Madness. That was supposed to open up this entire fucking phase, and they fucked up. And it's like they've never went back to address the fuck up they did with that movie. And it's like they're building off the fuck up of that movie, and we're just getting more fuck ups because of the original fuck up. And it's like,
But
when are y'all gonna fix this shit? Was Loki supposed to fix the fuck up in the universe? It didn't really happen, dog. So it's like, what's going on?
But the main reason why
I
that
don't-
movie was, oh, I'm sorry. The main reason why that movie was such a fuck up is because they wrote that movie before they finished WandaVision, which those movies were supposed to correlate right.
Wait,
Right?
really?
Yeah, exactly. They was right. They was writing that movie right before they finished WandaVision. What's the actor that plays Scarlet Witch? She even said it in an interview. She was like, well, we can't do this because we're doing WandaVision right now. We was like, they haven't seen it yet, blah, 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 and all this shit. Bruh, they need some type of fucking guidance. Somebody need to take Kevin Feige ass and slap the shit out of him and say, bruh, do
I don't
better.
think it's Kevin. I don't think it's Kevin Feige. I think it's just the brain storm group that they've got, and also I don't think the writers teams for all of these projects talk.
They don't,
communicate
John.
because
They
it's
don't.
gotten way.
They don't.
It's gotten way too. Oh, sorry, it's gotten way too big.
Pause.
That
What?
black girl.
He got real sensual. Hey, what we doing, John? You just
Let me
got
let
real
me let me just say
sensual.
this to reel it in because we've been talking about this for a minute. I just want to say, give my quick review. And Red Peg, did you see the movie?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so let me say real quick. The movie is mid.
Facts.
Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. She's obviously the star of this movie. That actress, she's a new actress, and she's like
Imani.
she gives the best
Yeah,
performance in the whole
Imani.
movie. She's only been acting for like 3-4 years.
a black
Great
woman?
actress. You know,
It's a
even though her
chick.
TV show was mid, she's a great actress. I
Yeah,
would like to see her
Kamala
do
Khan.
more stuff. I don't need a Captain Marvel 3 after this. They keep saying that, well, they as in the leakers and insiders, they keep saying that Captain Marvel will be back in the Avengers movies. Cool. I don't want to see her ever again outside of that. I'm officially done with Captain Marvel. I don't need a Captain Marvel 3. If they do a Captain Marvel 3, make one of the other Marvels the main character. Miss
Dog.
Marvel or Monica Rambeau. Do it that way. The movie is mid. Don't go to the theaters to see it. Watch it on Disney Plus if you want to see it at all.
Yeah.
And this is one of the worst MCU movies to
Agreed.
come out in the last couple of years. I wouldn't say it's the
Let me
worst. It is not
Facts.
as bad as some of the other ones, but it is
It's not as bad
pretty.
as Black Widow.
let me tell you something,
Yeah.
dog. Remember when they said they try? I'm gonna tell you how much of a failure Kevin Feige is because, like, for this shit. Remember, I'm gonna say like before even Captain Marvel, the first one came out, how they're hyping this girl up to be, oh, she's the strongest Avenger, da 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 da, and she's gonna be like the next phase is gonna be her phase. And look how they've dropped the fucking ball. They can't get it off the ground. And it's
They
like
didn't
the
even
only
utilize
thing
her in
she's good
fucking
for.
Endgame. They hyped her the fuck up to be like, oh, she's gonna kill Thanos. She
Endgame,
didn't do
yeah.
shit.
They
She didn't
hyped
do
her up.
shit.
Yeah, she came at the end.
She finally fell from the sky in this movie. I guess she finally fucking landed after Thanos smacked her up there. But it's like, what was the point of you saying all this shit? Like, oh, she's the strongest Avenger. Well, we barely seen her on fucking screen doing anything. She shows up one movie, gets her ass kicked, doesn't come back down to this movie, and this movie
But
she's
she can
like,
headbutt ships.
That's
She can
another thing
headbutt
too.
spaceships.
Compared to what we see her do in Captain Marvel and Endgame, it feels like she kind of weak in this. She don't really do shit in this movie, like
you don't do
except
anything. And it's
fly
like,
around and
At
glow.
all, bro.
glow. It's
Glow.
like, dog. Even though that Thor movie was ass, at least we saw how fucking strong,
Right.
Thor is. Even though Hulk has been like neutered as fuck, no one's gonna deny his strength. But it's Captain Marvel. I'm just like, okay, you're just telling us she's strong, but you're not actually showing us how strong she is. So to me, it's just like,
Yeah.
what's the point of you doing this? And like, were you just saying that shit to garner interest, or you knew that was gonna be controversial? Because people are, oh, she can't be the strongest. It's technically it's Hulk, or technically it's Thor, and then
I
you
ain't
made
never
a
heard
short
Todrick do that
one.
voice.
You know,
What the hell was
technically,
that? I ain't never heard that.
so it's like, what's
Thor
the
definitely
fucking
the
point?
strongest Avenger at this point.
It's the only
Thor?
one that
He's
makes
so
sense.
fucking lame, bro. I
No,
can't
Alex.
stand Thor.
He might be goofy, but as far as power, he's the strongest.
But
Well, I mean, he's
but they never.
technically a god. That's
Yeah.
why.
But technically, it's just crazy how they made that narrative just for them niggas not to follow through on it. And it's like with the whole they're pushing like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but the whole women agenda thing, and they can't even get the characters right for this shit. Like, you can't come out and say she's the strongest Avenger and don't show it. Like,
That's
I don't
also
care
a
if she
big
is or
issue
not.
with the way that they marketed this movie. Granted, they had to market this movie during a strike. Actors couldn't do interviews, but somebody mentioned this on a different show I watched, and I didn't even remember. The first Captain Marvel movie, which by the way I think is way better than this new one, and people shit on it. It's better. The first Captain Marvel
No.
movie,
No
that
movie
marketing for
boring,
that
dog.
movie, they completely geared it towards women and young girls. They have movies showing like montages of her from being a little girl to a grown woman and her falling and getting back up, and then the end of the commercial says something like women are strong, or so they had a whole bunch of marketing towards women, which is not a bad thing. I'm just
Rose of the
saying,
Riveter type shit. Yeah.
yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying they had a plan and it actually worked. Majority of people who saw Captain Marvel 1 were actually like women actually came up and saw that movie
Not this
and helped
movie.
it
This movie
make $1
must be
billion.
bad.
They didn't do that this time. The marketing didn't even remotely touch that. So I think that's another thing, that another issue they had. But real quick, we didn't get Red Peg's review. Red Peg, just give us your review of how you felt about the movie real quick.
I want my hour 45 minutes back.
Facts.
Yeah, this nigga delayed sake only liked the movie for the 2 minute post credit scene. Shame on you, nigga. You get for a 2 minute scene.
Hey,
I want to say shame on you,
that
nigga.
alone brought my grade.
That earned
The
you.
only
That earned you
memorable part
$12
about
for
this
2
movie,
minutes.
nigga, the only memorable part about this movie is the post credit scene, nigga. When people are like, oh my god, ah! That's probably what Delaney Say was doing.
Throwing
Yeah,
his
nigga.
ass in there.
The story was disjointed. Bland
Definitely was
characters,
twerking,
terrible
dog.
villain. Yeah, this painfully average Marvel
How
movie.
did you feel
I ain't gonna say
about
it's
Miss
ass.
Marvel, the girl? How'd you feel about her?
The bitch Kamala Khan or
Yeah, how'd you feel about
Brie
her?
Larson.
No,
Oh
Kamala Khan.
my god.
Eh.
I
Oh,
keep
Kamala
saying her
Khan. I
name
don't
wrong. It's
like the
not
character. I
Kamala.
don't
It's
like Kamala
Kamala.
Khan as a
Kamala.
yeah. I don't
Bing bong
like
bella bong.
Kamala Khan as a character. Like I just think
Yeah.
she boring. I don't like that character at all.
Yeah, I'm
I
not a
don't know.
fan of like her
Maybe I'm fucked up.
abilities. Even in the comic, I'm
Her
not a fan of her
po-
abilities or anything. But
Yeah.
the actress, she was really good. She gave a good performance.
my thing is with her
She was alright.
her powers. It's some fake Green Lantern shit. I'm like, dog, just stick with the
Yeah.
comic book powers.
Why didn't you make her
Yeah.
stretchy?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess they don't want her to be too they don't want her to be like Mr. Incredible.
Well, in the
Mr.
comics, she's an
Fantastic.
Oh,
Inhuman,
Mr.
and since they
Fantastic.
made the Inhuman TV show not canon, they couldn't. They wouldn't do that, or something. I don't know. But
Dog, fuck
mid
him, White.
movie. This is what I'll
Stepped on
say.
the
This is
track.
what I'll say.
Bro, can we just can we just talk about the post credit scene? I think everybody know what it is.
No.
Man.
I don't
Can we
want to
just
spoil
talk
it. I
about
don't want to spoil it.
No.
I don't want to spoil it. This is what I'm getting ready to
No
say, though.
spoilers.
This is what I'm getting ready to
Ooh.
say. My opinion, you should not waste your time or money to go see this movie in the theaters. Instead, what you
So
should
spoil it.
do is
Disney Plus.
no. Instead, what you should do,
Uh-oh.
go to YouTube.com and type in
Oh no.
the Marvel's post credit scene. Watch
Exactly.
that. If you're a Marvel fan, you'll enjoy it. And then if you're still curious, watch the Marvels on Disney Plus
You
in
know
a
what,
few
bro?
months. That's it.
Fuck that shit. I'm spoiling it right now.
Yahoo! Let's get it.
Oh
I
man.
don't give a fuck, dog.
I mean, you might as well, like, bro.
Dog,
That's
no
the
one-
only.
Y'all, so
nigga,
wait,
the
if
only
y'all
post
want to
credit
talk
scene
about
I
it, if
want.
y'all want to talk about it, give me.
Go ahead with that Marvel tax, man.
Hold on.
Okay, look. I'm
Hold
reading
on,
the
wait.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it.
No, I'm gonna let you. Give me a second. I'm putting the spoiler tag on the screen. If you're listening right now, mute. Come back in about 5-6 minutes. They want to spoil the post credit scene for the Marvels. Go ahead, y'all can talk about it. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Hey, actually, Tarek,
Nah, go ahead.
I
Talk
want
about it. Talk about it.
Delayed
talk
Saint
about
to
it.
give his raw, unfiltered thoughts. Hey, Delayed
No,
Saint, what was your reaction?
No. Let me tell you something. Why the fuck
Oh.
did this bitch get up and pose in front of the fucking screen? No one knows what the fuck that sign meant on her fucking chest, dog.
Yeah,
Anyone know
exactly.
only people I give a fuck about was fucking Beast. And that's the only thing that I cared about. Okay, great. The CGI is horrible. Okay, great. X-Men is there.
Yeah.
Woo.
CGI was ass.
This bitch got up, posed. Did they fit a full body shot? I'm like, what the? Who is this? Like, we just saw her get her ass chopped in half. Was it her? Or no, get hit by a
Wait,
fucking
she
statue.
did a pose? I'm
Oh, yeah.
confused. What
Dog,
now?
nigga,
He's talking about
binary.
at the end of the post credit scene. The camera like focuses on her. It's like
People don't know who the fuck this bitch is. We just seen her get her ass kicked in Multiverse of Madness. She got a fucking statue like thrown on her ass, dog. Like, who the fuck are you?
So she did a. She was
Dog.
the end credit scene.
Yeah,
She was
She
part
did
of
like
it.
the X-Men
Remember
pose,
Monica
you know?
Rambeau's mom, Harriet Tubman? She got up there and did a full body pose. Like, we're supposed to know who the fuck she is. Like, dog, no one in this theater except for like me and the other dork at the front desk knows who the fuck that is.
Yeah, they were cheering when she showed
Binary.
up. They're like, oh my god.
Beast called her binary. He
Binary,
mentioned
yeah.
binary. That's the Marvel character,
Yeah.
binary.
I don't know.
Unless you're a dork like me and the other nigga in the front, you don't know who the fuck that is, dog. I'm like sitting up there, and I didn't know who it was until I looked up the screen. I'm like, oh, that's who it is. No one knows the fuck. Like they posed and they like showed her her insignia or symbol, and I'm like, dog, what the fuck is that? Like,
Who
you
is
act like
that?
you're showing me the
I know
Batman
who it was
signal.
either.
I'm like, dog, like, are you serious? This post credit scene was a piece of fucking shit that they should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
Right. The only people that probably would have known that scene is that one character from The Assistants, the comic book dude, and they're not gonna see this movie because they already clocked out of Marvel. They already know what the fuck that shit is.
Dog, I'm a fucking nerd, dog. I didn't know what the fuck that is.
Hey,
Look.
why don't y'all just be like me? Stop seeing all the Marvel movies and just
I'm
wait.
too
Wait.
invested. I'm too far and too deep into this shit,
Yeah,
Alex.
can't.
I can't
I
stop.
don't.
He
No,
digged it.
bro.
He
Alex.
digged it.
Do you watch every new Brazzers release, or you wait till you see something that you want to see? You ain't got to
Ask
see
Jack-
every Marvel movie.
Well, Jack might have a different answer to that, but
Look, Alex. The only reason why I saw this movie is because I wanted to come on the podcast. I wouldn't have saw this movie unless I would have come
Yeah, this
on.
nigga tricked us. What the hell?
Let me just say this too.
Bruh.
That end credit scene, as good as it was, it didn't really
Good.
hit. It didn't really hit. Well, if you think it's good, it didn't really hit for me only because it was spoiled for me like 2 weeks before the movie came out. It was already all over Twitter.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to happen. But I will say this: that post credit scene, it wasn't good or bad to me. It was just like whatever.
Dog.
I
It was
didn't
a
like
waste of
I
time.
didn't like the CGI. Some people I saw, you know what's crazy? I actually saw some people on Twitter saying they like the CGI because he looks closer. Beast, I'm talking about from the X-Men.
I
They
liked
said
it.
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
like the CGI because he looks closer to the actual comic version or the animated X-Men cartoon version. Which there's a
Yeah.
theory
Don't
that
change
she's
it.
in the X-Men 97 world, by the way. That's the theory. So some
Oh,
people actually like
God.
the CGI. Me personally, I actually just rewatched X-Men 3 and the nigga is in like full prosthetic. To me, that looked better. And in the
Oh my God, look way better.
in the prequel
Of
movies,
course, that's
the prequel movies, like X-Men First Class, you see Beast. He looked better. The CGI just looks. It don't look realistic. It looks
I
really
don't
bad.
like
It
First
looks like
Class.
he's made out of
Beast.
Crayola, like crayons, dog. It's like they took a bunch of crayons and stacked them
But I will
together.
cut him some slack. When it's a post-credit scene like that, a lot of the times they cheap out on the VFX, and on top of that, the VFX at Marvel been pretty bad anyway the last few years because they've been struggling. But
Nigga, they could get Red Pig in
Yeah.
there. He'll do something better than
I got a
that.
post-credit scene. They should put Taika Waititi on a railroad track. Put Kevin Feige in a railroad track and run the niggas over.
but
I
yeah,
want to say one more thing about this movie. I know I said I like Kamala Khan in this movie. I don't think she's good enough to run the Young Avengers though. I don't see her as
I
a
was
leader.
just about to say that.
Yeah, like they wanted to be like, oh, so I was good on the team.
I feel
trying
like
to recreate.
Hawkeye, the girl, will be a better leader.
Exactly.
No one gives a fuck about that bitch either.
You
Nobody
know what
wants
my
Young Avengers though.
but you
Y'all
know
want
my
Young
issue
Avengers?
that with that
If they do a
mid-credits
Disney
though,
Plus show,
it's
I don't
like
want a movie.
They should just make all the Marvel shit just shows, bro. Fuck, just wait for there to be a giant in-game movie. Y'all hate the movies. Y'all hate the movies.
Then we hate the shows
they're
too.
not
The shows is
good.
ass. The shows is ass too.
Also, now niggas don't like Loki. Now niggas
Loki,
don't
but
like Loki.
Alex, that's the best one. You named
No, Loki's
you named one
good,
of the
but
best ones.
Now y'all
Yeah.
niggas don't like Eternals.
This is my problem. No, I don't like Eternals.
Eternals is
I
a good
just
one.
ain't watching
talking
that.
about?
I don't give a damn.
You know,
My
Alex,
problem
I
with
put it to you
Loki-
this way. Alex, you know the TV show before Loki? It was Secret Invasion. Dog shit.
All right, this is my
Man,
problem.
listen,
with
that was
Loki.
awful.
y'all are in
Loki's
a
so
y'all are in a
good.
battered relationship. Y'all are in a tumultuous battered relationship with Marvel, and I want y'all to be free. Just be like me,
Yeah,
have
bro.
fun.
Yo, Alex,
Mm-mm.
when they do the next Avengers Kang, you're gonna be front row, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna
No,
be
that's what I said. I wait for the big movies, but y'all
Oh, okay,
y'all are
okay.
stressed.
Yeah,
Like,
But
bro,
this is gonna be the
I'm-
issue. This is
I'm
gonna be the
not-
issue, Alex. You're gonna sit your
I'm
ass
not-
in that seat and you're like, I don't know who the fuck that is on the screen,
Hey,
and I don't know
here
why
you
he's
go.
there.
That
You know
is.
who Tadic is? You know who Jeremy Johns is? I'm gonna say, hey yo, tell me what I missed. All right, bet. I'm gonna go watch the big film. Cause I'm not about to sit there and be annoyed by cheap ass 1 hour and 40-minute movies where they got canned jokes, they got bad CGI, the acting is forced, the chemistry between the characters isn't real. Black Panther 2 was ass. Like, I'm not about to keep doing it, bro.
Wait,
Yeah,
whoa.
No, that movie was ass.
Black Panther 2
Black
was
Panther 2
definitely
was
Black Panther
fucking
2 was
ass.
it was mid, bro.
It was mid.
What?
It was
After they
mid.
had
Ass?
Black Panther 2 was
No.
mid as hell.
No.
after they had 7 fucking funerals
Bro,
in the
that movie was
movie,
a big ass funeral, dog. Thank you.
I mean,
they
that's
had
what Ryan
fucking.
Coogler said it was.
The only difference in this movie is that they had white dashikis.
They called
this
that
time.
movie.
Like,
I seen some.
that movie fucking
Shout out
mid.
to Detour. He
Well,
calls that
Ro-
movie Brown Panther Mexico Forever.
Right?
The coolest part about that movie,
Brown
was the
Panther.
nigga with the Reeboks on his feet. The nigga with the wings
Yeah,
on his feet. Other than that,
Iraq's
Oh, you talking about
ancestor was the
Namor?
best part of that
You talking
movie.
about
dog.
Namor?
I saw a tweet.
Oh,
I
I'm
saw a
talking
tweet.
about Nevadius, the nigga that was in the water. Nevadius, that nigga was the best part about
That
that.
is
Ain't that
crazy.
future
about
government?
that movie.
I I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet where dude said, he said Black Panther 2 was mid. If I wanted to see Mexicans and niggas fight each other, I would have moved to California.
Right. That's a fact.
Yo, it's just, bro, it's just so. This is my problem. Loki's such a good show, but it's like the MCU in the universe doesn't acknowledge it. And I know it's like, yes, he's doing his behind the scenes, but like, what does this mean? It's like, dog, it just doesn't mean anything to anyone not watch. It doesn't mean anything because I can't. No one in the universe knows what's going on. It's so disconnected from everything else. Where I'm like, dog, what's the point even? It's supposed to be a shared universe.
The
And it feels
problem
like it's
too,
not
Tyrek,
anymore.
as good as that Loki season 2 and season 1 and the season 2 finale, as good as all that shit was, it's not going to pay off until Avengers Kang Dynasty. It's not going to pay off. That's like, and that's like 3 years away. So,
but it's not going to pay. You know, it's not going to pay off then because no one's going to fucking remember. That's my fucking point. No one's going to remember because it's taking forever. And then it's like,
I mean, look at this
feel
show. Movie Captain Marvel 2, Monica Rambeau. Last time we saw her was 3 years ago on fucking Disney
I
Plus.
brought it up. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't hit as hard. And this is my issue with the next few movies because what's the next movie? Deadpool, and then we don't have nothing for a whole fucking year after that.
Good.
So what is Deadpool gonna do? What is Deadpool gonna do?
Well, to be fair, the
one-liner.
The early
I'm looking forward to Deadpool more than anything else right now, though. So
the early leaks about Deadpool say it actually does link with Loki in some way because the TVA is a big part of Deadpool. So
yeah, but then okay, great. But how much people really watch Loki like that? Because I want to see the ratings for that. And then
I didn't watch it yet.
It just doesn't make any sense, though. It's like I see what their vision was, but you know what? You can't fuck up your connected movies and then expect people to still come back and watch. Because my thing, you already lost people. You lost the audience. This is the worst opening for any MCU movie ever. This is the worst ever, which means Black Widow during the pandemic did better than this. You know how fucking insane that is, dog? Like,
that's crazy to think about.
Damn, during the pandemic.
Disney Plus.
And Black Widow was on Disney Plus day one.
Well, how
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh my, that's bad.
That's bro, it's almost it did worse than Flash.
Sheesh. No,
don't
bro.
say it too loud now.
If they don't go back to the drawing board,
it's
great. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But that's my
Marvel needs to die. Marvel needs to do a hard reset. They need to be humbled. The niggas been riding off the coattails of Robert Downey Jr., fucking Chris Evans, and Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sick of it.
I
Let the
agree.
niggas learn their lesson and I'm over it.
They need to, and then Taika Waititi needs to get shot. There you go.
And Raimi needs to be hung upside down from a street pole and get a headache from the blood rush.
Hey, no. Get off Sam Raimi. He's a good director. He's a good director.
No.
Yes, he is.
That nigga had that nigga had that multiverse movie feeling like a 2003 Daredevil film. No, I don't want it.
Nah.
Blame him for that movie.
That's part of the movie.
He got
I just want to say, like,
when they was having wavy transitions of my head hurts, oh fuck, and then like the cameras fading in and out with overlaying of my own face on my face. No, bro, we don't want that fucking 1990s Steven Seagal editing. We don't want that. No.
Tyrone in the comments. We don't know the consequences. Guess what? Guess who doesn't know the consequences? No one in the fucking MCU in the universe does either. This is why that's my point. It's like, yes, we don't know, but no one in the universe knows. Like, isn't Thor supposed to be like the king of like? He's supposed to be tapped into that type of shit. Like him and the World Tree is supposed to be like connected, and it's like, dog, you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Like
Tyrek,
go ahead, yeah.
But you know what's good? At least we know what his ass looks like because he got his clothes ripped off in his movie. At least we know what he looks like, bare fucking ass. At least as long as we got that, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's like you have all these other characters. Like, what's Doctor Strange doing? Is he supposed to know something about this shit? Like the dude, you were connected to the Time Stone, and you see Loki doing this shit in another universe. What are you doing, dog?
Doctor Strange, a fake ass Doctor Who. Like he was fire at first, but then that nigga became goofy because his movie was corny as hell. The last scene, that nigga had a claymation paper mache eyeball on his forehead. Like, bro, come on, bro. It's too much money in the fucking industry for them to be making this dumb ass shit.
It's like you know what they did? They took a whole bucket of paint, a whole they bought like 18 fucking colors of paint and said, you know what, let's throw it on the wall and people are gonna think this is abstract art, and it's just shit, dog.
And this is the thing. I'm the main nigga that be like, I want mature, violent, real adult movies. That's cool. How about this? How about y'all get some directors with some notoriety to actually make these films? And just tell them like, hey, look, we need this to happen and this to happen in the story, but we gonna trust you to handle this.
But
Now,
this
of
is
course,
my.
this is
They
the
can't do that,
easiest
dog.
name to say, but you know, Christopher Nolan doing a fucking whatever movie, or and a director like that with some weight and mastery and how to display some shit. That's what I want,
Well,
bro.
they
These movies
lost
still
James
can't.
Man,
Gunn.
They
They
Nolan
still
lost.
can't.
ain't nobody
They lost James Gunn,
no
dog. So
Marvel
Fam, I'm
superhero
saying
shit,
if you let them niggas,
man.
if you let a director with some actual skill and you say, hey bro, do what you want with this, just make sure that this happens so that the timeline fits, that nigga might be like, I bet he might crack his knuckles and be like, yeah, I'm about to make the most fire fucking superhero movie of all time because I'm not about to be bound to y'all making sure it's
but
Disney
that's
Plus
the thing.
certified.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
Alex.
Alex,
They could
Alex,
do
the
that,
thing,
but they can't. Go ahead.
Alex, the thing is, they did do that. It was called Eternals, and look how that ended up. That director, she has serious talent, and they gave her leeway, and look how it turned out. It was like some wannabe Oscar bait that did nothing for no one.
Every
So,
Every Marvel movie I've seen recently has felt like it's trying to capture the thunder of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm over it.
Exactly, and it's like they're always trying to copy James Gunn, and it's like, no, you're not James Gunn. Just stop doing this shit. Y'all just doing shit. But my thing with the Marvel production things, remember, they make these CGI scenes years in advance, and then the director fills in around them. So they have the
yeah,
story. That's how they make those movies. So a lot of this shit is like the directors don't really do much. They just sit in there like, okay, you stand there, you tickle your ass right there, do that shit. That's what they
Oh,
be doing.
What the fuck?
it's like BG with Weapon Wheel. Okay.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Why you
Alex,
throwing shots, man?
what there was this like she no longer works for Marvel, but she recently left. She was on camera once saying that it's literally like a conveyor belt. Like they got a formula and they bring directors and they have to build around the formula rather than the other way around.
But they treating this shit like Amazon? Like they building these moves like a
Yeah,
damn Amazon warehouse? What the fuck?
But that's how
yeah,
they
yeah.
that's how they
That's
always
how
have
That's
they
how
done
they
it.
move.
do it.
It's just that
That's how.
they planned it better back then versus now.
Yeah,
They wrote
exactly. Yeah.
they had a timeline written out. So basically the first three phases, they knew who the end game villain was. They were like, oh, the villain's gonna be Thanos. And we know it's gonna be Thanos, and we know the Infinity Stones, and they had
Nice some
comic books
custard
to help
cream.
out. With this thing though, it's like they're saying it's Kang, but they're really keeping the main villain a secret, which is a good and a bad thing. But my thing is, there's no there's no way you can follow this shit if you're a normal person and you have I'm. I mean, I can follow this shit because I whatever. I'm on the internet a lot. But
Because
if
you have
you're
a
a normal
doctorate, right?
person, oh god.
You basically need a doctorate to be able
Yeah,
to
but it's
follow
like
the manga
but
universe.
I can follow because I'm a
Dr.
nerd.
Marvel.
I love this shit, so I can follow. But if you're like a normal ass, like the people who actually watch the first three phases,
Dr. Halal.
you don't have to like pay attention so much to this to the small intricacies. You can just look at the movies and like, all right, I know what they're doing. I know what they want to do, and I know what they're building towards. There's no way the average Joe is watching on these movies and knowing what the fuck is happening.
Well,
They're just
somehow
lost.
Sun God is able to do it, so
No.
some people able to do
I'm not an average Joe, bitch ass nigga.
it.
I follow this shit.
Fire.
But no, I agree with what Tarek said. Honestly, like, and I feel like that this is why these movies are getting less and less money. Nobody wants to come in and just be like, oh, well, I gotta watch this, I gotta watch that, watch that. Nah, bro, that's too much work. Like, nigga, we gotta work. We got a life. Some people have kids. We ain't got time to watch all these Marvel shows, spending hours of our day just consuming this content, when in reality, the shit mid anyway. Like there's I didn't watch Miss Marvel. I didn't watch the Ant-Man movie, but I had to watch WandaVision and I had to watch the last Captain Marvel movie to know some of what's going on. And you really don't need to watch Miss Marvel. You just need to know who Miss Marvel is to really understand her character. But even not knowing who she was, I was still able to catch on a little bit. But the writing, the acting, the cinematography, everything about this movie couldn't grasp me in to just enjoy it just because it was fucking mid. It felt like this shit was made in 2 months. And they just like, oh well, we had to put out something.
Hey, look.
Think think about go on.
Go ahead. I was gonna say to get a last thoughts on it.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, think about this as well. Then we're gonna get Fantastic Four and the X-Men coming into this mess, and then they're gonna juggle that as well. Like they got to figure to, they got to cut something out of this. Either they go space, I, I don't know, pull away from the X-Men, or like because I just feel like if they're doing cosmic stuff, Earth stuff, mutant stuff, all this stuff,
It
it's not
seemed
gonna
like we won't
work
really
out
get
well.
too deep into X-Men until after Secret Wars.
Secret
Which
Wars.
is
But
why I don't get why the fuck are they introducing these people when we know you're not going to see them in like 5 or 6 years?
They're
I
trying
just
for you
want to
to
say
make you
one thing though.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Like, bruh, one thing that pissed me off about the that mid credit scene is they show Kate Bishop, and my mom's like, "Who the fuck is that?" It's another show you have to fucking watch. It's that
That's
Hawkeye
true. Yeah,
show.
you gotta watch Hawkeye.
Yeah,
And then they
I
had
watched that.
it's stupid. And then they had the trailer that like Wonton was saying, like the advertising. Why the fuck did they have like Thanos and they were showing Tony Stark that had nothing to do with this fucking movie?
Oh yeah, that's trying to get people to watch the movie.
Yeah, I
Like,
hated that trailer.
they seem so out of place and don't even know what the marketing.
Yeah,
And
the
don't
marketing,
forget
the
that.
marketing is fell off for it too. Yeah, I'll
And
say
And
I
this
had
though.
talked.
No, go ahead.
I was just
they're
gonna say
doing.
last week I had talked to some homies and we're just like we're worried about this Fantastic Four stuff, right? If they
Yeah,
fuck that up,
Oh boy.
MCU is cooked. I know
It
I'll
is.
the shit will be done with it and won't even care because it's like, bruh, if you can't get that right, you expect me to believe y'all gonna get X-Men right? No,
Yeah.
no.
yeah.
Nah.
I
And
have a
Can
strong
they
speaking,
feeling
afford?
that Fantastic Four will have a good story. That's just I could be wrong, but for some reason I have a feeling that it'll have a good story. My only worry really is the cast. They've had so many. They've been trying to nail down the cast for this movie for like 3 years, and they only just now really get into it. And
Why
like,
is it so hard to do though? Like
well, this is from the reports is because a lot of people have been turning down the movie. A lot of people have been turning
they
down
don't want to be stuck in Marvel shit.
No, because
No,
they're
it's
trying to focus the movie on
because
the
Fantastic Four's
Sue
been.
Bird.
They're trying to do what? Both of y'all's talking.
No, they're trying to focus on Sue, Miss Invisible,
oh,
instead
Sue
of
Storm.
focusing on
She's
like
supposed to be the main
because
Yeah,
character of the
she's so
Fantastic Four
which
movie.
yeah, and not instead of so that's why they're saying oh Pedro Pascal might do it because he probably don't give a fuck too much about the script
Yeah.
not being focused on him, and I think they understand that most of the male roles gonna be like, well, if I'm not the main draw, then fuck it, I'm not gonna do it.
And that's
And I
kind of where
think
they
there's
shot
an.
themselves in the foot because the article I read, they said they had an issue where because Sue was supposed to be the main character of the movie, they wanted a big name actor to play Mr. Fantastic. But a lot of big name actors don't want to be background; they want to be the main person. And on top of that, they want the price tag that come with it. So they were having trouble finding a person to play Mr. Fantastic.
Well, that's 'cause they know Marvel got the money.
They slutting
I
Pedro
think
Pascal out,
they've
dog.
done. I think also a big part of it is that the brand recognition of like Fantastic Four and like on the silver screen has been dragged through the mud, and they can't afford to like strike out again. Like because it isn't just the Tim Story films. You got that Bryan Singer one. All of them have been bad. You know, like, and I think actors are just very self-aware of me.
See,
Yeah,
my
all of them
problem.
aren't bad, but go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say my problem with this Fantastic Four movie. I don't know how I feel about Pedro Pascal being Mr. Fantastic. Maybe it's just me.
yeah.
Maybe it's just me like coming off of The Last of Us and saying like, okay, mid performance. I haven't seen Narcos because I heard that he's really great in that show. So maybe I could watch that movie. I mean, not that
Yeah.
movie, but that show.
Yeah,
What were we gonna say,
watch
Alex?
that first 2 seasons.
Pedro Pascal is better than fucking John Krasinski.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that nostalgia of coming from the other like kind of bad Fantastic Four movies because I liked him better as a Reed Richards, even though he wasn't really that good either. It was something, right? But it's just I don't know how to feel about this. Like Maybe he might be good, maybe not. I don't know. We just have to see it.
He's too grizzled to me to fit that character. Like Norman is like a he's just too
Ant-Man as
he
well.
doesn't fit the profile, dog. He doesn't.
Because that's what ruined Kang, I think, to be honest. The fact that Kang lost to Ant-Man is the most embarrassing.
I don't find that bad. I just felt the way he
Yeah.
lost.
Though?
Yeah, he lost to Ant-Man, but I mean, to me, that just felt like that version of Kang wasn't matured enough to go all the way out. Because that nigga was, think about it, bro. Remember how that movie ended? He only lost because he was sitting there running his fucking mouth. He got cocky. But that's just one version of Kang. It wasn't like, huh?
The ants came back stronger than he did. So it's not like they pulled some bullshit out. Like there was an actual reason
That's
why.
from the
Like
comics.
Yes, yeah, I guess so. Huh?
Yeah, one time you good?
I don't know what happened, but it's reconnecting the stream. I'm trying to make sure it's.
It's a disaster, people.
That would be
Anyway.
If Wonton died, it'd have to be like the Hitman. He loves Hitman so much he'd have to get taken out. Like a nigga had to sneak up on him dressed as his girlfriend and kill him or some shit.
Oh, we
Anyway,
back.
I
Okay.
wanted-
Baby, you want some
I wanted
casserole?
But oh why? I would love to kill that nigga.
I wanted to just say something.
Anybody got the stream up? Is the stream still up?
That bitch, probably not.
It's up now.
Yeah, I think the stream's still up.
Can they hear us?
He'd have to get taken out. Like a nigga had to sneak up on him dressed as his girl.
I don't know.
Nah,
I
man,
wanted
you
to
got
just
cut
say
it short.
something quickly.
I think they can
What's
hear
up,
us.
John?
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear
No,
us?
I just wanted to say
Kill that nigga.
thanks for like bearing with me because I haven't been on because of my health and for like checking up on me and all that. It's meant a lot. So but I'm back now.
Love you. We freaking
I'm
love
doing
you,
a lot
John.
better. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because it's winter.
We got to get to the
just trying
topics
to
next episode, though.
but yeah, thanks for the best wishes and all that stuff.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We love you, man.
John, like, who is this nigga?
I know you.
Right there, right
I love-
there. John is in the
Wait, you from?
guy right there.
See John?
Wait, you from the UK, right?
See that? He trying to become a fan.
Yeah.
Hey, I like them UK niggas, man. You should hit me up, bro.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Nah, respect though, respect. I remember we played Among Us together, man. Real talk.
But that's actually
God damn, how long ago was that? Shit.
It was on BG.
Yeah, that was a long ass time
Day
ago.
special. 100K special.
I just want to
The podcast up.
We're back live. I just want to wrap up the Marvel topic by saying this.
Okay.
We've gotten a lot of mid releases. The past couple of years. We talked about the Echo trailer, either last episode or episode before.
Yeah, we did.
That's kind of renewed some faith I have. That trailer was really good. Hopefully the show itself actually lives up to that trailer. That show comes out in January. And then after that we get for the next MCU, we get Deadpool in July. It was supposed to come out in May. They had to push it to July. I'm actually looking forward to Deadpool 3. A lot of the rumors and leaks I've been hearing about the movie got me interested. So hoping that kind of brings us back on track. But yeah, I mean, that's actually all the topics I have for today. Did y'all want to say anything else? I know we cut out for a minute, but did y'all want to say anything else or any last thoughts before we get up out of here?
Hell no.
All I gotta say is don't watch the Marvels. Watch The Killer. There's a Bless Reg cameo. He's the FedEx man, bro.
LOL.
But yeah, that's all.
Getcha. Good week.
Good week.
So yeah, I'm thinking next episode will probably be Saturday. I would say Friday, but Friday I think I'm gonna still be celebrating the holiday, so I may or may not have time to do it. Saturday will probably be better. So for right now, let's plan Saturday for the next episode. The reason being, there's some movies coming out this week. Napoleon will be out. Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is already out actually, but
Yeah,
we
it is.
haven't all seen it yet. So give people a chance to see the movies, and then we can talk about them on Saturday. That show may or may not be a little bit shorter, just because there won't be that many movies to talk about. We'll probably just have a topic, but I'll
Hey,
let
yeah,
you
we're gonna do
guys.
We talk about
the
Napoleon.
worst year in movies topic.
Yeah, so the topic for that would be pretty much each of us come to the table and say what we feel like is the worst year in movies.
The worst
Um,
fucking year in movies.
Which me personally, I'll have to actually think about it because I don't know.
I'm gonna just go by
In my
decade. Just say all
lifetime, that'll
movies
be hard
released and
to.
just go
We
each
could.
year. Just
I
see.
mean, me personally, I might just go off of since I've been alive, the worst movie that has come out. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we'll
ain't going to no fucking 70s and 80s.
yeah, that's too
seen
crazy. So, yeah, that'll be the next show, and then
Wouldn't the easy answer be 2020?
2020. Oh, because The Matrix was released. Yeah, that shit was.
yeah, but that's a
fucking
default answer. That's a default answer.
Yeah, 2020.
All right. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, so keep you guys posted Saturday. As far as movie night, I don't know when the next movie night will be. With the holidays coming up, a lot of us will have more time off, so it'll probably be the next few weeks. What I'm going to do going forward, though, because what I've been doing is putting these polls. I just pick movies that we haven't seen in Discord, and I just put them in the poll, and people vote. We've had a couple of complaints, and when I say a couple, literally a couple, as in 2 people. But we've had a couple complaints. So what I'm going to do going forward, in the Movie Guys server, there is a channel in there. It's called Movie Night Suggestions. When we do our movie nights, and I put the date for the movie night, just put a list of movies that you would like us to watch. Just type it in the chat, and the movie that has the most thumbs up is going to be the winner, and we'll watch that. I think that'll be easier going forward. That way, it can be no complaints because it's chosen by the people and it's voted by the people. So we'll do that going forward.
Fire.
Come on, you hear that, E-Rock?
So yeah, E-Rock, get your
By the
thumbs
people,
ready.
for the people.
I'm gonna put the link for the Movie Guys server in the chat. If you guys haven't already joined, once again, keep in mind this show will be on Spotify, so you can listen to it again on Spotify. It'll be on Apple, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all checking us out. I want to go ahead and get the outros.
BG one time.
Huh?
Yeah, the pull up BG and edit it. Cut out the part that we cut out.
I'm leaving it
Oh,
in,
is it still
man.
the whole stream?
Keeping it funky.
Hey, that we gotta eventually do like where we say Movie Guys assemble and then he ends the pod. That might be fire.
Assemble.
Yeah, that'd be heat. That'd be heat.
But yeah, let's go to the outros, man. Sun God, give us your outro, buddy.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Sun God. Thank you for having me one time. Again, I love being with the Movie Guys. Love hanging out with y'all. Might try to get back on here sometime next year. I don't know. If y'all want to have me, whatever. But yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. My boy Delay Saint, man, can you give us an outro?
Yes, sir, man. Definitely appreciate being on. Skip that Marvels and go watch She Came to Me.
Okay, fire.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the fucking holdovers. That was the movie I saw. We'll talk about it next episode.
We could do that. Also, I want to say, check out Delay Saints podcast. Check out his channel. Making great content over there. And we appreciate him for supporting us. We're going to do the same thing for him. So make sure y'all check out his content.
Yes, sir,
Alex, man, what's up, man?
Hey, you know what time it is, man? It's the movie projector Poppy. We here with another episode of the Movie Guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tell a friend, tell your mama on the holidays when you're eating that ham. We horny, hungry, and hammed up. Hey, you ever heard of the Movie Guys? Yeah. That's what we like. We like casual marketing. You see what I'm saying? Because we are broke and we spending money on bills. You dig? So appreciate everybody that came through. And I hope y'all ready for the Movie Guys assemble we doing before he logs off.
And we got the GOAT. We got the GOAT, John Donuts. He came back. He blessed us. John Donuts, do you want to tell people, good night?
I guess
Good
6 in the
night,
morning
it's
where
your
he at right
boy. Yeah, it is actually. Good night and good morning from your boy across the pond. The man then was the movies.
Yes, sir.
It's all good. Nice to be back. Yeah.
And
And
Tyrek,
thanks for the
man.
best wishes.
Good podcast. Hey man,
Oh, that nigga
go
sounds
watch Hunger
stupid.
Games. Napoleon comes out this week. I'm probably gonna watch it next week. And we got a lot of good movies coming out in December. You know, Wonka comes out. I'm
Forgot
just
about
watching that.
I might check that out. I
And
don't
then
know,
the
man.
studio Ghibli movie comes out too.
The Boy and the
Damn, I
Heron.
can't. Well, yeah, that comes
English
out
dubbed.
beginning of
Oh
December.
shit! Forgot
And
So
if you
about that.
there's
didn't
a lot of
know,
good movies
Robert
coming
Pattinson
out.
is the voice of the Heron. Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
And then Godzilla -1. Yeah,
Oh
let's watch that as
yeah,
well.
that shit getting good reviews, Godzilla. And another
Yeah.
Godzilla, the Monarch show on Apple. They saying it's fire. They saying
Yeah,
it's
so
fire.
we got a lot of good
I'll
movies,
have to wait.
talk about in the next few weeks, and so we'll catch y'all then.
And Red Pick.
y'all ready?
Lastly, what's your outro?
I have no outro. I'm just a silly motherfucker.
You should be locked up for being so
This
silly.
nigga so horny, bro.
Silly.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the movie got symbol?
Go ahead.
All right, count us off one time. On 3.
1, 2, 3.
A
Simba.
Simba. Bye.
Oh my god.